Okay, let's begin. I'm going to walk you to the next stage. So at this point, it's the 29th of the late. Of course, you guys have chosen to take an extra day's rest, and given that kind of bittersweet encounter you had last. Following the aftermath of Vaelish Gant's defeat, his forces have been rooted out in Bryn Shander. Lady Duvessa Shane is extremely thankful for your assistance in being able to root out, because otherwise she would have lost her position as the speaker of Bryn Shander. Given your assistance and what you've done for Bryn Shander, she has awarded you sort of honorary seats in the Bryn Shander Council. They don't really mean anything, they're just kind of for show. You spend the night at the inn, and this night at the inn, of course, is on the house, given that you're elevated to a hero status in Bryn Shander. People are looking at you very admiringly.
Can I leave town yet?
I think you're going to leave town. And the next morning, you guys get up and pack up, and you're ready to go, and you head out the gates of Bryn Shander, with Hengar, of course, in the lead. You guys, of course, can put your hit points back to normal and recharge your abilities.
Did we buy mounts, or are we going to walk through the tundra?
What's Hengar's advice on that?
Hengar typically will walk. That's how he got down here. If you choose, you can choose to buy mounts or a caravan or something of such. He does tell you that because of the very difficult to traverse terrain, a lot of times these mounts will not be able to pass once you get into the very snowy and steep terrain.
I would suggest some sort of pack animal be about all we take.
It would not be a problem, and you wouldn't have to even pay for it.
Do we have, like, dog sleds?
Yeah, dog sleds would be good.
I'm not sure they have dog sleds here.
Sure they do.
Why not? It's the perfect climate for it.
It's great enough, of course I'll have the dog sleds. I know the barbarians most likely have barbarian.
Yeah, but I'm not sure it's a thing. I mean, you probably have to settle with like a caravan pulled by a couple of horses.
Okay. I'm riding my giant luminous elk.
Same difference.
So I don't need a mount. I use my fine steed to summon my divine elk.
I think I'll have.
If you guys would like to get something like along the lines of a caravan or a wagon, that can be provided to you, free of charge, of course.
Depends if the path is going through mountains. Those mountain paths.
It most definitely will.
Yep, like I said, as a pack animal to carry the winter supplies that we'll need, firewood and whatnot.
So your plan is to go north. You're going to head around Kelvin's Cairn into the Reged Glacier.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
Down a valley called Bremen's Run. At first, it'll take about 2 days.
What's that town number D that we are passing by?
Tremelaine?
That's Tremelaine.
That's Tremelane's, one of the 10 towns.
Right. Do we know anything about that place?
Nothing more than.
I don't know if it's relevant in any way.
You can stop there. You can stop in any of the 10 towns.
I was going to say that looks to be about a day's travel in these.
I'd much rather sleep in a town than in the wilderness.
There's a nice forest there. I'd probably be much more comfortable unless that's a much smaller town.
The road from one place in 10 towns to another town in 10 towns, there is road, so it's much quicker traveling there.
Okay.
Once you leave the road, it's much more difficult traveling, and you'll be going a lot slower. So you can probably get to Tremelaine in a couple of hours because there's a road.
Oh, that quick? Okay.
Let me give you. I can read you basic info on Tremelaine if you want to know about it.
Sure.
It's a town consistent of pirates.
It's a town consistent of tuna fishers. No, I think the fish is actually in Lake
Tremolane
Venetian.
is one of the smaller towns in Icewind Dale. It has a population of about 600 people, and it has a well-deserved reputation as the most picturesque town in Icewind Dale.
Isn't Tremolane where I was supposed to stop for, or where that statue was?
I don't believe it was Tremolane. I believe it was Brennan.
Brennan.
I'll have to check, but I believe it was Brennan.
I'm double checking right now.
So during the summer months, it's a vacation spot because it's right on the lake. In the winter month, it's nobody's really there but the towners.
Yeah, it's
It's
people
got
who go
that nice
skiing.
picturesque forest right north of it. I like it.
It has no wall, unlike some of the other towns. The settlements unfurl from the banks of Merritt Walden in long, broad avenues
it's in
dotted
Tremolane.
with trees, inviting
It's
travelers to stroll down the water's edge.
It's in Tremolane.
You mean the museum?
Yep.
Okay.
So a perfect stop for me. While we're spending the night, I'm gonna spend time investigating.
Well, if it's only a couple hours, I don't know that we'd be spending the night here, but
The
take a
doctor's
lunch.
gonna ask if, or ask for a few hours to check a few things out.
I could circle the town 6 times in a few hours. What is of interest here?
There's a little stop I'd like to make. It was in in the journal that belonged to Arun. Yeah,
Oh.
he had some notes concerning the wizard Bogental. I'd like to continue on a little bit of investigation. It shouldn't take very long.
You are aware that we are on the clock.
Yes, but this is the perfect stop. I mean, I couldn't have hoped for a better chance to stop by here on our pass by.
Alright, but you only get 1 hour. Enough for all of us to have a good whiz, or you get a cup of joe, and we'll be straight out.
Very well, sounds good. So with that 1 hour, the doctor's just gonna check out the museum himself and see what.
Should somebody accompany the doctor so he doesn't get in trouble in that 1 hour?
You guys haven't even. You guys have not gone there yet. You guys just got out of the gates of Bryn Shander, and as you leave the gates, your head is turned with someone calling out. You see that there's a merchant, and he set up a small stand right outside the gates. And he's a guy. He's got this gruffy beard on. He looks frail and thin. He's got this weird hat on with a little red cap that looks like a nightcap. And he says, he starts saying, "Protect yourself from the cold. Buy trinkets. Buy the symbol of Auril. Protect yourself from the cold." And as you look at him, you see that his stand is full of little black trinkets that are hanging on a little rope, as if to make a necklace. And every single one of the trinkets is identical to that little black stone on Schmiggel's letter.
I'd like to turn to the doctor and ask, is there any real magic this peddler is selling?
The doctor looks carefully at the necklaces and he pulls one of them up. Shall I do an arcane check?
You can do an arcana check on the necklace.
I kind of whisper to Schmiegel standing next to me here. Ooh, they got a new die roll system too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all fancy now. Everything is fancier.
Or whoever's. Yeah.
There is some magic in the necklace, however, it does not seem to be any form of magic that's in any way useful. It feels like some sort of residual magic. Maybe the necklace was exposed to some big spell at some point. It's not like the necklace itself had magical properties. But there is magic emanating very strongly from this piece of stone.
My parents were traveling merchants, and I don't think, and I made many a travel with them, I don't think I'd ever seen a merchant set up just outside of town that was in any way
Legitimate?
They won't let me sell these in town as well as you can imagine. These are symbols of Auril, but people are scared. This is what people want.
How much for
people
one of
want
these
them, then
trinkets?
He says 10 gold and it's yours. And you see the only thing he's selling are these little these little trinkets.
Tell me, where do you get these stones?
Well, we get them from the Kelvin Cairn dwarves. They're the only ones who can make these.
Hey, you don't say.
Like, yeah.
So you've come just from Kelvin's Cairn?
It's like these things are selling like hotcakes. I didn't come from Kelvin's Cairn. I'm from Kirkone, but there was a dwarf there. His name was Gan, and we made a good deal. He sold me 1,000 of these.
I see. How many have you sold?
I'm selling them up for he sells me them for 5 gold a piece, and I'm selling them for 10. I'm making a killing off of these. I've sold at least 10 today. I mean, they won't let me inside Bryn Shander, not with this is real
Does it look like there's
symbology.
Does it look like there's 10 holes on the counter where he had 10 things taken off?
He has them put up, but then you can also see that he also has this huge sack that's full of more of these trinkets.
What am I looking for?
You don't see like 10 missing from what's been hanging up, but you see that there's a sack that's just full of these trinkets.
Does he really?
What is that insight?
That's determining his honesty and his belief in what he's selling, I guess.
You don't get the impression that he's being dishonest, but you're not sure he really believes in these trinkets.
I think it might be. The doctor says, well, they certainly have no magical properties. I'll give you 6 gold for one. That way you at least make a small profit.
Well, he's like, well, I can sell it for 10 gold, so take it or leave it.
No, I don't
I'll
have a chance
leave
for persuasion.
My good man, are you aware of who we are?
It's like, yeah, I heard that you guys are, you guys made a big splash in town.
Well, think of it. You can sell it you can use it as a marketing scheme. The heroes of Bryn Shander even buy your items.
This one doesn't.
He's like, well, I don't know if that'll sell these things. I mean, do you really think they'll sell these things? I mean, they're already. I'm already selling these things like hotcakes.
Well,
you think that's really good?
I see you have a big bag of them left. If you only sell 10 per day, it's going to take you a long time to get rid of them.
It's been just in the last hour. I mean, if you if you want to buy these in bulk, we can make it great. And then he picks up his big heavy sack.
Look, if you give us 5 of them and we wear them around, that is going to be really good marketing for you. And I think that you would definitely be able to sell them for even more than what you are selling them for now.
Well, if you're gonna wear them, around town and things like that, sure, we can probably work something out if you're gonna buy 5 of them. Let's say, how about 5 of them for 40 gold?
Come on, you're gonna make a killing off of us wearing them around. It's free marketing. We should charge you for us to wear them.
He's like, 5 for 40 gold is fair. I've been selling them for 10 gold a pop.
After our advertising, you can start selling them for 15 or 20. You're gonna make so much if you just give these to us.
He's like, I don't know if I believe you on that. I'm not sure you're actually gonna be honest in wearing these around. So, 5 of them for 40 gold is a pretty good
I'm sorry.
deal.
Were you just questioning my honesty?
Ooh, looks like you made a big mistake, friend.
He says, listen, I'm just here selling my wares, okay? If you got a
I'm
problem,
reaching for a
go
sword.
somewhere else.
I stalk away.
As you reach for a sword, he runs away into the town.
He didn't reach for a
He
sword.
runs away to the gates.
Oh, Castnar, you drew your sword on him?
No,
I said I stalk away.
So, as you reach for a sword, he runs away.
I only reached for the sword.
Okay.
But that's enough to
question
scare
my
him. He
honesty.
ran off to the gates of the town.
All right.
You guys gonna hang around as we're waiting for the guards to come back? And they can be off.
The doctor will
Yeah,
take
all-
one and leave
so-
6 gold.
So all of these things are just left over there.
Yeah. The doctor's gonna take one and leave 6 gold.
Okay.
Matilda will do the same. I think 6 gold is fair. I feel my intimidate check was successful.
What would possess you to wear a symbol of the Frost Maiden?
I'm not actually gonna wear it. It's just that this was the same thing that we found in Schmiggel's letter. I thought a sample would be nice to have.
It is not only possible as useful as a sample, but in case we should ever need to disguise ourselves as followers of our real, it might be handy to have some of these.
Well, everybody's like picking up stones and stuff. I'm gonna take a look around at the rest of the black stones and see if I can find one that matches the one on my letter.
They are identical to the ones on your letter, except they have a little hole on top that you can string a rope through to hang it on your neck.
What infernal stones are these?
Like you said, they
You
came
still
from
can't identify
Kevin's
what
cairn.
manner of stone these things are.
They
Does
are still
Hangar recognize
equally as impenetrable as the one that was on the letter.
Right.
But they are the same stone. It's clear.
Bugger. We best be off. Schmiegel puts the letter back in his pack. Alright, we got plenty of ground to crow.
So yeah, I leave 24 gold, and I take 4 of these stones, put them in a little pouch. I'm not going to wear them around my head. But with the one that the doctor took, I think that'll cover us in case we need some.
Yeah, I'll leave one in my pocket.
You can take as
I
many
will
as you
cut-
want. No one's there, no,
No,
one's
no.
around.
I'm not going to
I'll
steal
we're
them.
not-
I'm
never-
going to pay a fair price for them.
We're thugs, not thieves.
Don't ever expect me to wear one of those.
Don't worry, if ever we have to disguise ourselves as followers of some god up here, we'll take you as our prisoner. And
So,
use it
how
as an
many of
excuse
you
to
is wearing one or carrying one or taking one?
Matilda is carrying 4, and the doctor is carrying 1.
Okay.
None of us are wearing any.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have mine in my pocket.
I have mine that I keep in my pack, and I keep it far down at the bottom.
Hangar
just in
is not
case, there's-
Hangar is not interested in these things. He
Just in case there's something wrong with this. Wouldn't it be wise for only one of us to carry all of them, maybe?
I'll carry them.
Alright.
What if that one person gets caught in an avalanche? Now we lost the wand.
We have stones spread over 3 people at the moment. As the doctor has one,
Right.
Schmigel has one, and Matilda has the rest. I think that's a fair spread.
Yeah.
That way, in case they actually are cursed.
Well, are you ready?
I feel
to
like
go?
We'll be gone.
I remount my divine elk.
Okay.
I put on snowshoes.
I'm truly imagining this like in the Hobbit movie.
If you'd like, sure.
Yeah.
And I suppose you guys are heading towards the town of Tamerlane, or are you going
So-
to go straight?
Well, we're listening to what Hangar suggests.
Hangar
So-
does not. He's already kind of walking a couple of paces.
Yeah, so we're gonna catch up with.
And I'm up with them.
I have a one,
And
Charlatans.
you can see that he's got an angry look on his face, and he says, "I don't wish to stop in any more of the 10 towns."
Don't you think it would be wise to camp overnight in one of the towns rather than out in the wild?
He says, I live out in the wild.
So you
It is
should
there
know.
that I should
how dangerous it is.
He says, I do not
Any
wish the
folk like
company
that.
of any more of 10 towns.
We're only 2 hours from the next town. That's another 8 or 10 hours of
It's not
traffic.
very far to Tourmaline, so
Okay.
he is going in that direction. It's not like he's going in a completely different direction, and
Okay.
he will pass by it.
So if he's going to walk there and doesn't want to stop there, I propose that the doctor hops on back on my horse and we ride on ahead so that the doctor can have some time in the town and the rest
Excellent
of us
proposal.
don't need to wait.
Right. We'll
Excellent.
meet you up in
proposal.
the town. Make sure you stay safe, alright?
Keep an eye on him.
Send us a message when you approach the town, Eldrin.
You have to be within 100 feet, though.
Oh, okay. Here, I'll leave Strax with you then. Send him along when you
That'll work.
approach. Okay. I have one question. Was I able to guilt what was the noble guy into giving me lots of stuff to make up for losing my staff?
I don't think so.
I could even guilted him into buying me some spell scrolls at the store, even a first level spell.
You were not able to extort any money from him per se. However, he was able to give you. So there's a very famous maid shop. Let me pull up the town. In Targos, there is a very famous magic shop, and you were able to get him to write you a personal kind of writ where you can go over there and you can, pretty much try to get whatever you want over there and say that you're charging it to his expense.
Okay, I'll probably do that when we come back to the area. 'Cause it seems like we're in a little rush, so I don't have much time to stop
You've been
everything.
able to get that from him. He didn't give you any money directly.
Okay. All right.
Probably a scam.
Could be. All right, so you guys take like an hour or two down the road. Let me roll something.
Yeah, me and the doctor ride ahead to Tourmaline.
I need to give me a second. This one's gonna be a roll. As you and the doctor are, as all of you are progressing ahead, a very heavy storm starts picking up. I need a Constitution save.
To not
We're outside.
like freeze.
Yeah.
No, it's not the same as the sleep encounters or something else.
Okay, is this Constitution save against the cold?
Yes. So if you have something special against cold, that particularly gives you something special against cold, it would apply. But,
I guess it makes sense the two of us did bad since.
So the winds pick up heavily as you're traveling down. Just even from one town to another, the winds pick up heavily. The snow is just swirling and it's just biting at your fingertips, your lips, everything. This is everyone here, except for Castanar. So
Schmigel hasn't rolled yet either.
Oh, sorry.
Does the things of Auril that we have protect us in any way?
you
not
don't,
wearing them.
if so, you don't notice a difference.
Okay. I was thinking, maybe.
Okay.
You're not wearing it.
So,
I'm also not wearing them, but maybe carrying them works.
but
Since you have four.
maybe you have to be a believer.
Maybe.
I
I don't know.
The three of you, of course, Doctor, Matilda, and Eldrin, given the unrelenting cold and the fact that, a little bit about the fact that you're traveling pretty quickly on your steeds, you guys are suffering from one level of exhaustion. As you finally get to the town of Terminal.
Well, we could spend an hour there and lose that level, right?
Yeah.
No, it takes a full rest to lose a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
So
Well,
we won't.
I thought you guys were gonna try to sleep there.
No, if it's only 2 hours, we still got 8 hours of travel after.
Yeah.
That's why
we
they
can't
rode
afford
ahead.
to sleep there. We ride ahead there so that the doctor has time to do his museum stuff before the rest catches up, and the main group doesn't have to stop. That was the plan.
Okay. Doctor, let me pull out the terminal. Are you sure this was the town of Tourmaline?
It's the one you wrote down in the.
Did I write that down? If it's Tourmaline, we'll go. If I rolled it down.
It's in the
okay, I
role
got
play
it.
thread.
The map says it is. D is.
So
Yeah,
you,
no,
you,
the role play threads.
you enter the small town of Tourmaline, and most of the town is shut down for the winter. Most of the stores are boarded up. There's nobody, practically no one on the streets. There's a couple of houses with steam coming out of the chimneys as you enter the town. There's one person just at the town gates, and he's not really even guarding. He's just sitting there eating a small piece of bread. Like, hey, what do you want?
Hey, Elgard. We are traveling from Bryn Shander, and we have some business in Tourmaline.
It's like, I can't imagine what business you have this time of year. This town's practically dead.
All the better. We're just taking a quick stop. Is it alright if we pass?
Well, I ain't gonna stop here.
Perfect. Then on our way. By the way, which direction is the Argrol house?
He points you north. You guys came from here. He points you north, around here.
Okay. Then I guess shall we, Matilda?
Yeah, I'll dismount and lead the giant elk by the hand through the town.
How giant is this elk?
Like 8 feet tall.
No,
8 feet at
it's
the
pretty massive for an elk, but it's an elk the size of a warhorse.
Okay.
It's a pretty big freaking elk, and it's also a celestial, so it kind of vaguely radiates holiness.
So you guys make it. It takes just like 10 minutes. You guys stroll down and you make it to this Argrol House Museum, which of course is closed at this time of year. And you look around. There's no one even there to greet you. As you knock on the door, nobody opens. Nobody comes to open the door.
Does it look like it's deserted in there?
It looks like there's nobody in there. The place doesn't look like it's deserted. It just looks like it's closed for the winter. The shutters are closed.
Is there any notes as to who we'd have to contact to gain entrance?
Nothing written on the house itself. You look around you and you see that the other houses, even in the neighborhood, look to be shut down. Some of them are small mercantile houses. Some of them are like summer resort homes.
Okay.
That are shut down for the winter, obviously. There's no steam, there's no light coming from the windows.
All right.
They're all shuttered in.
So I'm gonna look around. If I don't see anyone, I'm gonna try to pick the lock on the front door.
Do you have something to pick it with?
Probably
I'm first gonna knock before the doctor's gonna finish.
Yeah, of course.
The lock.
We try to find.
Well, I was
legitimate
saying,
reason
you
first.
already knocked and nobody
Okay.
came to answer. It's probably just shut down for the winter.
Right.
Perhaps
like
like
a-
reading spectacles?
If you're trying to pick the lock with non-standard, something
Yeah.
non-standard like not a thief's kit, you probably have to roll a sleight of hand at disadvantage.
Oh, I get disadvantage? I thought the Thieves' Kit only gave you like a +2 to it.
But but you're saying you don't have a thieves kit.
I can use like something else on it. But
Yeah, if you use something that's not a thieves kit, I'm assuming you're trying to improvise something to try to pick a lock. So that's why
I'll probably use like the end of my glasses or something, or I probably have like a pencil.
I will look
Very
around
confident.
to see if there's anyone actually walking around in this
Yeah,
part.
well, I checked first before
Yeah.
You don't see anyone.
I knocked first before I broke in.
Of course.
I'll take a walk around the building then, while the doctor is playing with.
So,
Yeah, it does have a back. The building does have a back entrance as well, and that also is locked.
okay. Which lock looks easier to get through? The back or the front?
I think they probably likewise equally the same. I mean, they don't look like they're very strong locks or anything like that. They just look like standard locks.
Okay, I'll just
With
try
a
the
keyhole
back.
and a
I'll do the
latch.
back stuff. And I'll do the back then.
Okay.
Are there any open windows?
The windows are shuttered.
And it'd still be like a sleight of hand check to get open them, I bet.
You can always break them.
If this doesn't work, I'll just use the knock spell.
Okay.
It's just noisy.
It's a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Yes. And I don't think it'll be very... Where's sleight of hand? Sleight of hand...
Oh,
No, that's not enough to open the lock.
Knock spell. Boom!
You cast the knock spell, and of course the knock just echoes through the air through town. But you look around, and nobody seems to be coming or yelling, or nobody's yelling thief or anything like that.
alright.
It kind of
Let's go
reverbs.
inside.
It reverbs and comes back at you too.
It only goes 300 feet, so it's... if the rest of the buildings here around here are deserted, no one really heard it.
Well, from what you can tell, nobody's been around.
Yeah. So... how long would you say that we have?
I don't know.
Okay. So, well, I'll take a look around. I'll start investigating, particularly the statue. With the piece that I have found, I'll be looking, since it's a museum, it should have a bunch of information on the statue and possibly even the piece I have.
Well,
I'll try to find whatever information I can.
Through the back door first. You walk through a couple of kind of kitchen preparatory areas. You walk through the shop in the back where they used to prepare some of their exhibits, and then you circle around just to get to the main area. And you see a lot of different kinds of displays. Most of them are just rare creatures, like you see an enkeg, that little beetle-like creature. You see the shell of a molted shell of a remoras. Some interesting creatures. You see some stuffed yeti, and then you circle around to get to the top level. And on the top level, you see some artifacts. You see what you see. The first thing that catches your eye is actually not the statue, but you see that behind a glass case there lies a bag, and the inscription says "Bag of Holding."
Okay. I give the bag of holding a moment's look. I'm like, no, I'm not here to rob the place, and
Just break in.
Unless Matilda wants to take it, I can always.
Most
use the knock
certainly
spell.
not.
There you go. So neither of us.
Just ask the paladin if he wants to steal anything.
So obviously neither of us are gonna take it, and we're just gonna. I'm just gonna investigate the statue.
You walk past another display, and you see that there is an ancient scroll, and part of it is kind of wilted off. And it says, the scroll has a magic spell inscribed on it.
Temptation.
Is there any hint to the type that it could be?
You'd think that you'd have to take the scroll and study it if you wanted to.
Can you transcribe it through the glass?
You're not able to. You have to actually get the scroll to be able to access its magic.
And the scroll gets consumed when I do that.
It says ancient. It says ancient magic on the bottom. It says this is the magic of the Netherrealm.
I look at Mathilda with pleading eyes.
It says a
I
rare,
shake my head with a stern expression.
Rare magics unknown to the to the lands of Abertorum.
I point ahead to a display case with the statue, if there is one.
You walk by a display of a very beautiful looking greatsword, and on the bottom it says greatsword +1.
Okay, let's reconsider our.
I won't tell if you won't tell.
I will tell.
There we go. All right. So I guess I'll be inspecting the.
You don't want that scroll with the bag.
I really want to, but I don't
with
think
the +1
Matilda.
greatsword.
I don't think Matilda would let me. If she'll succumb to the greatsword. Obviously, I'll take the spell scroll right away, no hesitation. But as long as like Matilda's there to like kind of say no, you should not do that.
You start reading
like,
some extra text underneath the spell scroll, and it says this scroll, referred in ancient Netherese language as maelstrom, would be the equivalent of a level 5 spell in our magic system today. Almost completely unavailable to standard schools of magic.
The doctor
do a
starts
massive
crying.
amount of 66 bludgeoning damage.
Wait, can the rest of us get a pool going?
The doctor gets on his knees and starts begging Matilda.
Matilda rejects his proposition.
You guys get so you guys are not going to take either any of this.
Oh no.
Okay, so I'd like to give both of you inspiration.
Okay.
You can both get it. I know I know that. Doctor, did you already have inspiration?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Schmigel had it.
So both of you get inspiration for turning down these things. Doctor, you get to this statue. It is
Just before I leave the spell case, I'm like, I put my hand on the spell case. Don't worry, I'll be back. I promise.
Well, if you come back and steal it, then I may have to take an inspiration away for the first time. You
Spend it first, then steal it.
No, the doctor will try to do some legitimate way of possibly getting it. But when we have more time, maybe.
When Matilda isn't there.
When we have more time. So yeah, I'll do my full investigation of the statue.
Okay, you look at this statue, and it is you see that the statue is not very well made. Like, it's very crudely carved, and you see that it is the rough shape of sort of like a wizard. And you see that the wizard is holding up a staff. Of course, the head of the staff is missing, and I think you can pick that up.
Yeah.
And that's exactly the head that you have.
I'm gonna be examining that. I'll have the head out too, and I'll be putting it next to the statue, and I'll do like any arcane investigations I can to check anything out. I'll even use identify if that'll help at all.
You put so what do you do after you put the head of the statue on top of the statue?
I'll probably do an arcane check, and if I can, if it looks like it'll be of any use, I'll do identify.
You why don't you roll an arcane check first? Well, you're not sure about what's going. You're not sure about the magical properties that, or how these magical properties work per se, but you do have a sense that there's some magic going on. At the base of the statue is written a word in ancient Elven, not the Elven that you speak, but a really ancient form of Elven. I need you to do a blank intelligence check, non-history, just blank intelligence.
Okay.
Since I speak Elven as well, can I have a glance?
Yeah, you look at it and it kind of, the script, you know, it looks like it's Elven, but the letters don't really make sense in Elven itself.
It doesn't happen to be in Silvari, does it?
What's Silvari?
It's like the blend of Fae, the fairy language.
No, it's not. It's not Sylvan.
That's almost ancient Elven, almost, since it would have been derived. But okay, so blank intelligence check, you said.
Yeah,
okay.
You think it's probably Netherese. Okay. Let me type out the word that this says.
I rolled really good for a no modifier to int.
I think we got the same one. I had a +4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what the base of the statue says. It says the word Caraptus.
Caraptus. Okay.
Does that mean anything to you, Doctor?
Oh no, but can I do a history check for that?
History check will tell you.
I was going to say.
I am
think I've
learned
got
in
that
the
name.
history.
You can do one
Oh, no,
too.
I'm
I
not.
don't mind.
I thought I had that name written down from somewhere.
Never mind. I'll just ask the doctor if he knows. I
Caraptus.
don't even.
Caraptus is a name of a fictional wizard, very famous in the series called Greyhawk Adventures, which is a fictional
Okay.
world in the world of Faerun.
That's where I know the name from.
Even though in the world of Greyhawk, Faerun's fictional.
Faerunception.
Yeah. But Caraptus is a very famous wizard. It is said that Caraptus once was able to access primordial magic energy, and in doing so, he lost his mind, lost control of this power, and his mind had created some sort of imprisonment spell for him, and he was trapped in a demi-plane of his own creation. And that was the legend. And
Okay.
hearing this, you see the parallels between that
Yeah.
and what is the rumors of Lojin.
Okay. At this point, would casting identify? I know that there's some magic present with the tip of the staff there. Would casting identify allow me to understand it anymore?
I don't think so. If you'd like to use it?
Okay, since it doesn't consume the pearl anymore.
Yeah.
Expect that to change in the next errata, by the way.
We'll take advantage of it while we can.
Well,
Is
it
it-
was purposefully written like that.
Yeah, there are some spells that require like 2,000 every time, plus an extra 1,000
Mhm.
for.
But
reusable
like I said,
material.
expect that to change in the errata.
Yeah.
You think that it's an unintentional error?
Yeah.
It's intentional, that for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was intentional or not. In the past, you did have to pay 100 gold each time. So I'm
I mean,
not
they
sure if
did-
it was they intentionally wanted to make it not pay for it.
They did intentionally write with some spells that it is used
Yes,
up.
yes,
Spells
but
that they don't write.
it was an unintentional omission, I believe.
It
they
probably
did-
for identify in particular, but I'm sure it's not like that for
Well,
every
you
spell.
have to understand, a lot of
No,
people
no.
don't even bother with identifying. They just say you roll an Arcana check and you know what this is, or they don't even make anything unidentified. You find it and you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how people play it too.
It takes away the mystery, I feel.
Yeah.
It depends
I
on how
wouldn't like
people
playing it.
prefer to play it. I think I see a lot of variation on how people want to play these magic items things.
Okay.
Okay. That aside, we don't really know what this does.
No.
Is it wise to take
So-
it with us, or
I'll keep it. I'll keep the head staff with me, in case it might come in handy anywhere else. Since this was the point of magic that Arun thought was most important that he took with him, I'll keep it with me. But as long as the identify doesn't do anything, I'll spend.
I'd like you to do another Arcana check after you put the staff hit on the staff.
Okay, so I shall do that. I'm still getting used to this on a new window. Okay, Arcana
Actually,
check.
okay, so I'm gonna use this Arcana check plus your Identify spell and pretend you cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
You get,
all of that?
you get a sense that when you put the staff on, even though nothing happens, you get a sense of a magic flux, and I think you put together that there was an expired magic mouth spell here that's no longer present and thus not active to you.
Okay.
But previously was probably present and activated.
Could it
Okay.
be react? I guess I can't ask this. Or
That's what I was gonna ask.
Matilda doesn't know.
Is there any way that I would be able to reactivate it using my arcane knowledge?
You're
'Cause
not
it-
really sure. Do you have the spell Magic Mouth?
No, I don't.
Probably not.
But would I assume if I were to study more into that type of magic, would I find a way?
You think perhaps you could try? to find a way to reactivate the magic mount that was here.
Okay.
But without
Magic
knowing the
mount,
spell
by the
itself,
way.
you're not going to be able to do it.
Yeah, but if I know that it
Magic
was...
Mount, by the way, costs 10 GP, which is consumed.
Okay. That works. There's no way that I can play with the fabrics of the weave to try to recreate what once was. So since I see their traces, I might be able to
You haven't that
reinforce
much
them.
power as of now.
Okay.
Do something that spectacular.
Complex.
But
Okay.
you definitely this name Caractus is definitely a fictional character in the world of Greyhawk, in Greyhawk Adventures. You never really I don't suppose you've ever really studied that you've read that so much because it's fiction. I mean, you may have may have heard about it or read a book or two or read a synopsis, but you've never really pored over those books in details.
This is like in real life coming into a museum and seeing a display case with a wand that says Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's sort of what it is. But then you kind of have this confounding story that you've been getting about Bo Gentle, who's a real person who has kind of lived in existence similar to a character in the Harry Potter novel.
So I guess I'll spend whatever time I have going through whatever information they have left in the museum concerning the statue, and I'll be comparing it with my knowledge of Bo Gentle to figure out where he probably would have been in Icewind Dale.
This statue was dug up approximately 80 years ago. It was found way south in near the actual Spine of the World Mountains in one of the caves there. It was found by an adventuring party who was going off there to try to destroy an orc force that was threatening the region. And while they were in this mysterious cave, they just happened upon this statue that was thousands of years old and probably part of the Netheril Empire. And that's how the statue came to be found.
Are you able to mark it on the map?
I'll show, because the map does not have the Spine of the World Mountains, but I will mark it when necessary if you're going there.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
what, 50, 100 leagues miles south or something
But
like that.
if you
fine, yeah.
actually go there, I'll mark it for you.
Okay. I'm just gonna mark it on my list of stuff. Okay, I keep going over Matilda's stuff. Let's see. 'Cause I'm always writing stuff down. Here, I got an idea.
Yeah, I'll just keep my
There's-
stuff on a separate list.
I use the bio
Okay.
page on my character sheet for things like that.
Okay.
Got a whole list of
I keep
names.
my bio page actually for just bio.
So the rest of this museum, besides those nice items that you've seen and you just unfortunately gave up, the rest of the museum has a big library. This is in the basement floor, it's like a cellar, and it has a huge volume of books. On the very top floor, on the ceiling floor, it's got a whole bunch of different kind of not artifacts, but historical things from war, from days past. It's got like Brunner Battlehammer's helmet, things of that nature.
Broken horn and all.
Brunner's Battlehammer's helmet prevents you from all critical hits because it's a second edition helmet.
We're also not taking it.
No, I have no interest in helmets anymore.
I
Well,
already
after the
have a
last
helmet.
incident.
Since the last time.
It's a perfect fit for Schmigel. And, it'll complete his outfit.
I think it's a shame that helmets are no longer a thing in 5th edition. As
There's no
part of
helmets?
standard equipment, anyway.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, you can still have them. I don't think they
Yeah.
particularly do anything.
Yeah, I imagine Mathilda has a helmet.
It would. I think it's. You just think of it. It's part of the armor set that you have.
Yeah, exactly.
I think of it like that.
Same thing with like gauntlets. I feel like those are part of my plate armor set.
They do have gauntlets with properties. So I think Eldruin has gauntlets of ogre strength.
Yeah, you have like magical properties, but you don't have mundane gauntlets.
Yeah.
That
Anyway.
must really irk paladins. How are they supposed to issue challenges without a gauntlet?
Doctor, are we done here?
Yeah, just if there's nothing else that I can find, then we're just about done.
There's a big library downstairs.
Okay.
By the way, I've left my elk outside. He can tell to communicate with me if there's anything going on outside.
Okay. I left Strax with the rest of the group when it's time for them to arrive. Or when they approach, he'll be flying over to meet, or to let us know. And we'll head out and meet them as they come by the town.
Okay.
If there's anything you'd like to do while we're here, Matilda, go ahead. I'll have a look in the library while we wait. So you can.
What you know about the
this,
town does have a bar called the Blue Clam. Where,
I don't have a
fishermen
particular
typically
interest.
go.
Don't have any real interest in this museum or the bar in this town.
Then I have an idea. There's something else. It's been since we found these stones, which was the same one that Schmigel had. Do you think you could do a quick run around town and see if they're present here as well?
I suppose. Let's see.
That might be something.
Yeah. I'll have a wander.
And then
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Come-
sorry. I should have done this earlier in the game, but you guys need. You guys should be getting 4,000 experience points. I rounded up. I didn't want to go like 350. 3,956. 4,000
okay.
for the accomplishments, including freeing Brinshander or Village Gant, discovering the Thieves Guild, rooting up the Thieves Guild, killing Odiug, killing. I have this.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Less than 500 before level. Oh yeah.
How far am I from leveling up? I guess we are all the same distance. 14,000 is the mark.
Yeah, I'm a couple thousand away still.
Schmigel and I
Yeah,
should
me
be
too.
about 13,535.
I'm at like 11,000.
Because I was 9 before plus 4, 13. Yeah, okay. Alright. So I guess otherwise that's all we'll be doing until the rest of the group comes up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have a wander around town to see if there's anything remarkable. If I see anyone with these kind of stones of Auril, or anyone selling them.
You run into pretty much one person in town as you're walking around. It's a nice old lady. You show her the trinkets. She hasn't seen them before.
She's the only person I come across.
She's the only person on the street. There's people like
Okay.
in their homes.
I'll
but,
go check out the bar that I heard about. See if there's anyone there.
You walk into the bar and there's like 3 people there.
That's
they-
3
they-
times as many as on the street.
There's 3 people there and there's a bartender and they look at you like you have 2 heads. Like nobody ever walks in here in the middle of winter. Like, can I serve you a drink?
What? Certainly. I'll have an ale.
He serves you an ale and he says, "You want to try our scrimshaw? We got our scrimshaw fish, knucklehead trout. We just caught a couple ice fishing."
Sure.
Oh, and when I was looking around the museum, was there any mention of Sir North?
What are you looking for in the museum?
I don't know. Well,
Tell me
before
what
when I
you're
was looking
at.
around with the statue and through the books, because maybe if he was related to Bogent or had connections to Bogental before,
What
maybe
books
he
do
was
you
like
look
some
up?
sort of donor. But yeah, okay, keep going with Mathilda. That was just a thought I
Okay.
had.
Yeah, tell me what books you're looking up, though.
Yeah, we'll go with Mathilda first, and then.
Okay. Matilda.
Yeah. Mathilda is just gonna like buy some drink, buy some food, and ask casually about these trinkets.
As you pull out the trinkets, the 3 fishermen look at you very, very disgusted. Like, why would you have that? Don't you know what that is? That's Auril's symbol.
I know. I'm
How
investigating.
could a proper priest like yourself be carrying something like that?
Oh, don't worry. I am not a follower of Ariel. I am investigating the people that follow her. Have you seen anyone with this symbol around?
Oh, nobody here, but Jimbo over there. He went down to Caer Konig last week. Practically everyone was wearing those.
I see.
It's spreading like
Kirkconnell.
it's spreading like a disease down there.
Do you know anything about how and why it is spreading so well?
Haven't you heard? The dwarves are bringing it from Calvin's cairn. They're making it there. They're in
Really?
league with Oral, I'm telling you.
The dwarves are in league
I'm
with
telling
Oral.
you, get rid of that thing before it drives you crazy. There's stories of people in Caer Konig going crazy after getting those.
My god protects me, but thank you for your advice, Fisherman.
And after that conversation, you see that they're getting a little bit apprehensive.
Okay, well, I thank them for their hospitality. Make my way to the town gate to see if the rest of the group has arrived.
Yeah, the rest of the group is just pulling up as you get out there.
Okay. I would have been looking through.
Actually, technically, you guys have been rolling a lot of checks, but you're supposed to be exhausted. But that's okay.
Well, you forgot about it.
I did.
Okay. So I would have been just checking out the for records of what they brought into the museum, donors, connections, anyone who would have had anything to do with that statue and now that spell scroll. Like, who's the donor and.
Well, the spell scroll was donated from another museum, way south in Athlika.
Okay.
It was found over there somewhere down south in Africa in a place called Foreign's Keep. It was found about 100 years ago. It was a very popular display down there, but then they have this exchange program, and I think this place sent over a whole bunch of Yetis or something like that. They got the scroll because they don't
How
have
many
Yetis
Yetis
down
do
there.
you trade for a 5th level scroll?
Well, they don't have any Yetis over there, so it's a marvel. So this place sent over, the 10 Town sent over a whole bunch of stuffed Yeti. But it's just an exchange. It's a temporary exchange. They're expected to return it after a certain number of years.
Does it tell me how many years it has left?
Let's say it has another 3 years before they have to exchange it back.
Okay.
And there's nothing in particular about the statue, anything more than when it was found 80 years ago.
Okay. There's nothing in the legend with my parallels to Bojento that would point me to another direction. To the next step. Because, well, I know the legends with Bojento. I've found the legends with what's his name? With Caraptus.
Caraptus is actually a term for something else.
Okay. Does it lead me to let me know where's the next point I could look for more information?
You don't really know the story of Caraptus so well, you realize.
Well, okay.
Is there like a book about Caraptus in here?
There's you can find all the stories of the Greyhawk Adventures in the library. It's pretty extensive. It's like
okay.
I don't know how many books they made. It's like a 15-book series.
Probably 7 books, but the last one wasn't as good.
Okay. So I'd flip through them looking for whatever references there are to Caraptus, so that I can link it with Bojento.
When you're flipping through the books, you find through one of them a piece of paper falls out, and the piece of paper is in the hand of course, Arun, the late Arun.
Mm-hmm.
And the piece of paper says that Bojento loved passages 1 through 6 on this book. Bojento loved it says that it's Bojento's favorite passages in the book, and it references several passages in all the different book. Later on in the piece of paper, as you flip it over, it says the word Kaholdahar.
Okay. Does that name mean anything to me?
Kaholdahar, you would know that because you've been reading up on Icewind Dale a lot. It is a town that once existed. It is in the spine of the world, almost.
Okay.
Way south of 10 towns. And it is a town that was once kind of governed or cultivated by a group of druids. But it used to trade with 10 towns, but over the last century or so, it's kind of fallen into obscurity, and no one's really heard from the town.
Temperatures for some of you in the 30s, 35 right now at Kingfisher, 38 in Chickasha. Some of you grab a light jacket.
Someone watching the news?
Yeah, I'm getting the storm report for the week. I just turned it down.
Okay.
You can find out more about the town by playing the video game.
Okay, that's how you spell? Kaholdahar. K-U.
So
Okay.
you see this, you see Kaholdahar written and it's underlined like 4 times.
Okay. So I'll take the book with me.
Well, it's 15
Actually.
volumes.
Oh,
It's like
all about
15 books.
Kaholdahar? Oh, the ones with Bogentil's favorite passages then.
Yeah, they're spread over different areas in the 15 volumes.
Then I'll
He's going to tear
I'll
the pages out.
I'll commit them to memory. And if you say I can't do that and I have to write it down, then I'll write it down.
It'd take you a while to write all that down.
Just the passages?
Yeah, it would take you a while. Because it's referencing multiple passages in all these different books. You gotta copy them down. You can do it. It'd take like an hour or so.
Okay, if I have an hour, then that's what I do.
Okay.
Because I'll probably because if they're his favorite passages, they might have a lead to what Bogentil would have been doing in Icewind Dale.
Are we coming around the town right about now?
Probably. In which
Yeah.
case, when I get Strax's message, then I'll come down.
Yeah,
I'll send
Matilda's waiting
Strax
for you
to the
guys.
air.
Okay, once you get the message, but you're almost completed copying down, so you just continue to finish until you copy it down. You guys have to wait for like a good 40 minutes before the doctor comes down. Hengar's just fuming.
It's not a surprise.
Sorry, I got caught up in a little business.
Mm-hmm.
You're a wee bit late, but we still got the schedule to keep.
Okay. You guys look pretty beat. At least you got a short rest while I was gone.
Huh?
Not long enough. I need a... It's really cold out here.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. I feel refreshed.
It's a nice brisk day. First one since I've been here.
I'm from, I guess, further south than any of you.
I'm from Candle Keep. I think that's further. Is it? You're Waterdeep?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's from further south than the doctor is.
I'm from Cloud Peaks. That's way down there from
I was going to say that's way, yeah. You're the southerner among us.
You're also a dwarf.
Well, I have my little benefits.
Emphasis on the little.
Oh, stop it now. I get... Meh.
Oh, I'm just teasing you, Schmigel. I mean, Sir Ironbelly.
Somebody's lapsing.
Tilda's getting a little bit more used to you guys.
Alright.
Alright, let's get it on.
Okay, how far are you guys gonna go? Are you gonna go until until evening time, or are you gonna?
We'll go until Hengar finds a suitable place to stop.
Yeah, I'll
He's
give
our
Hengar.
guide.
I'll give Hengar a heads up about an hour before I would expect the party to be ready to stop, letting
Okay.
him know that we have people that aren't used to traveling through the night in a.
Hengar, he's ready to travel 12 hours before he feels
Yeah.
like he has to stop.
Yeah.
So he feels like he can travel until way past sundown. Sundown's pretty early.
He won't be able to see a thing though.
He travels by the stars. You know, he's a barbarian. Either by the stars or by the wind or streams or landmarks or whatever.
Stiff.
Nothing can beat the direction of a
It's
good
just
old
his-
sniff.
It's his thing.
And so this is why
I
I give him a
admire
heads
that,
up an hour
man.
before. I expect. I imagine it's going to be dark, but not too long dark before
Okay.
we stop. And I try to give him a polite reminder that
So in this case, you guys continue to travel, and of course, after a while, the road is no longer present, and you guys are traveling through some very rough terrain. It's very rocky. There's a lot of slopes. The snow is very heavy, and Hengar is always a couple of paces ahead of you, and you can see that he's just very statue-like, stolid. He always has kind of blank expression, this angry, growling expression on his face, and his beard part of his beard is even frozen, but he just kind of looks ahead. He's got these cold eyes as he's traveling. Your hands and fingers your fingers and toes are freezing at this point.
since we're paralleling the forest, I'm going to sort of ghost in and out of the edge of the tree line, kind of
Hengar
keep
doesn't
an eye.
even have a beard.
He
He's
does
got
have a
mutton
beard.
chops.
Unfortunately, his portrait doesn't. But what I don't see, his portrait does have a little bit of a.
He's got sideburns at best.
Sideburn.
Well, he's been without shaving for a couple days because he was locked up. So.
Yeah, I guess with the amount of testosterone this guy has, it's a full beard by now.
He seems to be very glum and stolid, more so than usual, just traveling through these parts, and he just seems very focused. He doesn't say much, and anything you ask him, he just barely answers with one-word answers. 12 hours go by. You guys get to the edge of Kelvin's care, and now it is you're going through mountain passages that Hengar knows by heart. But travel is getting very slow and very difficult. The snow is at least a foot thick that you're stepping through. Your mounts are very wary traveling through this. They are holding, but they are not happy.
I'll be using my skis.
I don't think they've invented skis. I
Then
don't know.
snowshoes.
Yeah,
Maybe they did.
If I can, I wanted skis because then I could just go.
Snowshoes.
But it's not always downhill. It's
I was
up
going to
and
say,
down.
yeah. It's
You
gonna
can be langlaufing. Yeah. I guess
If skis were available, I got a pair of skis.
in German they call it langlaufen. I don't know the English word for it.
Uphill skiing.
Yeah, I guess it's just called uphill skiing.
So you're in the mountains, and Hengar, after this trudge, he just stops all of a sudden. And he looks around, and he says, "We rest here tonight." And he shows you that there's a small cave. It's about maybe 30 feet wide. You can even see into it from the outside. It offers some protection from the elements. And you see that there's been fires burnt there in the past.
Sounds good. If there, I know we brought some camp supplies, firewood and whatnot on the pack mule, but I'll save what we can if there's any dead wood to be found locally.
In the last few moons, there have been thieveries. There have been dark forces, probably followers of Ariel, with dark magics. You best be wary tonight. In these mountains, they are found everywhere.
Yep, we shall be wary then.
Are you guys going to take a long rest here?
Looks
Yeah.
like it.
Who wants to do the honors?
All of us.
No, it's one roll.
We'll give it to the. Well, since we have a.
I don't want to do the roll for you
shelter.
guys. Then you'll be like, "What? You rolled a 1 for us."
You roll for us all the time, though. Or rather,
Um,
for stuff that affects us.
I do, but this one, I mean, all the results are written there. The other ones, the results aren't even written.
If Kastner were to do it, would his survival check be added to the roll?
I think it'll be added
It- it-
regardless, won't it?
Kastner is immune to a lot of these effects
Yeah.
because he's survival proficient. But not
Okay.
to a 1. And that 1 which is a 1%
Right.
chance, is deadly. That's when Aurel manifests in person.
We have
Plus-
plus 2 camping gear, plus 10 camping gear, right?
Yeah, so you're not going to roll 2 through 9, but you're making yourself a little bit more likely to roll one of the high numbers.
Right.
So
Do we need it with the
Before
cave?
we go to rest, I have an inspiring speech for everyone to give everyone some temporary hit points.
very well.
Oh, so you remembered.
Yes,
That's,
this time I remember.
8, was it?
Everyone gets 8 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Matilda, what day is it today?
I haven't been able to tell the time really anymore since we've gotten here.
Doctor,
Would I
Other
know
than-
with an intelligence check?
It is. You know it's the 29th of LA. That's
Okay.
when you left in the morning.
hey, I think we're getting up onto a holiday soon. What was it called?
High Harvest Tide is
Hey,
it's sort of like the 31st, but there's no 31st, but it's 2 days away.
hey, just I remembered. Schmigel unpacks his bag, and you realize there's something heavy at the bottom of his bag that he's been carrying the entire way. Is a small cask. Says this should be about ready up soon.
Dare I ask
I'm
what's
not
in there?
even going to ask.
Oh, don't be worried. I made it a fancy brew. I started it for about
Schmegel's
Oh,
gonna
that's-
drink it no matter what, even if it's in the middle of battle.
Yes. As soon as it's ready.
He's gonna learn the fighting style of the drunken master.
At 11:11 on the. Yeah.
So what do you say, fella? Shall we crack it tonight? Celebrate our first night out? Or shall we wait for tomorrow?
Let's leave it for a celebration. You said it's the holidays in 2 days? Let's drink it then.
Hey, that sounds about a good idea.
I was going to say, yeah. Getting drunk out here, probably not the best idea.
We'll share it with the barbarians. That way, maybe it'll score some points. They probably have good taste for alcohol.
We'll have to try it ourselves first before we let the barbarians taste this.
Oh, don't worry, it's an elven brew.
That's why I'm worried.
Who brewed
A
it?
dwarf brewing an elf.
It's one of my family's recipes, okay? It's not that bad.
My mother was an elf, and
Well, it's more fermentation than brewing for us.
Hey, everybody's a critic when it comes to the beer. Hey. Dwarf and an elven.
all right. Who's gonna roll the roll to end all rolls, to end all parties?
There we
Go
go.
ahead, Matilda. There you go.
There we go.
Very nice roll.
Nothing happens.
You have a quiet evening. Hold on, give me a second. Now I have a roll to make.
How
You guys,
quiet.
There's no encounter or anything. Nothing bad's gonna happen tonight. But I have a roll to make.
The weather tomorrow is
Damn it! I rolled.
overcast.
I can't roll a 1 because there's 5 of you, and when I roll a 1, I have to roll again. I wish they made a D5 dice.
I have one on my phone.
Yes.
There's an app for it.
A D5
The thing
dice?
is,
Yeah, it has a D5.
yeah,
He can just manually.
it is mathematically provable you cannot make a fair physical D5 dice.
Yeah, I have a D5.
Yeah, you can make it with the computer program, but you can't make it.
Yes.
I was going to say, just roll 1d5 on the.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to do it without.
To hide
You
it.
do it DM only.
Yeah, you could just do a GM
Oh,
roll.
that's okay. I have my roll. I just re-roll a 1.
Okay, so
I have a dream for one of you.
I have a dream.
I have a dream. This is for Matilda.
Oh boy.
Matilda, you have a great dream. Even though you're sleeping in a dank cave in freezing weather, barely able to move your hands and feet. You dream that you are just soaring through the air.
Awesome.
You feel like you see the landscape of Faerun just coming down as you dive into Faerun, and then you soar back up. It's one of the most uplifting dreams you've ever had.
Wow. Nice.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Oh, look, yeah, D10 divide by 2. That's what Metzensoft said. That's a good way to do D5.
Yeah, you roll a half. Now what?
Yeah, 1, 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2.
Yeah, I get it.
It's the morning. You guys may continue on your journey. It's you have about 24 hours to go. You have a day.
Okay, well.
To
follow
get to
Hengar.
the Reghead Glacier camp, which is where Hengar is directing you.
Yeah.
This is where they camp out for the winter.
I'm unusually cheerful in the morning, feeling well rested and no longer nearly as exhausted as before. I'm up at the, almost as early as Hangar is, and ready to get going. I feed my celestial elk that doesn't actually need any food. I'll feed it something anyway.
You're in a good mood today.
I slept great.
What were you and Schmigel up to?
Who's at the other end of the camp?
I don't know what he said, but nothing.
Schmigel's just like straightening out his beard hair.
As always, whenever there's like group camping, Matilda maintains a simile of privacy by sleeping on the other side of her animal from the rest of the group.
What were you and the animal up to?
Does the celestial animal...
I smacked the doctor back in the head. Got those filthy
you were
minds that I have.
asking
I
something
thought you would have
about
ridden
celestial
of that
animal.
helmet.
Does it provide any warmth?
I don't. It doesn't specifically say so in the spell, but it acts in all other ways like the creature it pretends to be. Like it's a spirit that assumes the form of a mount.
It's a summoned animal.
Interesting.
Sort of like all the summoned animals are kind of spirit-like.
Yeah. So it's in essence, I guess it does provide some body warmth for me to curl up against in the night. So yeah, we're ready to go.
Okay. Give me 1 second. This another random roll is.
Oh dear.
You have to do an Archon save?
No, not this one. Oh boy.
Oh no, you all get
I didn't
eaten by a
expect
nice
that.
dragon.
Okay. Oh no, there's no dragon here.
So a rather small cave for that.
The dragon lives on top of Calvin's cairn.
Well, you guys circumvent around the north edge of Kelvin's cairn, and you come down to the valley. The traveling is a lot easier now as you pass through the mountains. The snow has let up a little bit, and you see that in this area there seems to be kind of the ground is parts of the ground are not covered by snow. You actually see little areas of ground that are left. And as you're walking around, you see spots of ground and earth before you, and then you see a body on the ground. The body is in plate mail,
I'll
very
dismount.
apparently dead and frozen.
Inspect the person.
What are you gonna do? So the person is lying like face down. The person is lying. He's dead. He's long dead.
I'll use my sword to tip him over.
I'll investigate him.
I pull out my shield and axe.
You never know with these ice zombies.
Not a
Oh,
zombie.
I'm worried about something hurling at towards
Not a
us.
zombie. You tip him over. He's frozen solid, and he kind of tips over in this weird look. And you can see that the plate mail has been ripped apart right down the middle. And you see that there's a rotten wound in the middle.
I'd like to inspect that wound, see what may have caused it.
Something
Did
big
you
and
roll
sharp.
a medicine for that?
Are you inspecting the wound?
Well, I did an inspection of him completely, I would assume.
Yeah, someone who's better at medicine than me can do an actual
Well,
wound analysis.
who's going to go down and do the inspection? of the
Oh,
wound?
I already went to investigate. So if investigate counts as inspection, then that's what I'm doing.
Well, what I'm asking is who's going to kind of go and open up the plate mail and look at the body and everything like that.
I will.
You will?
The doctor has no fears. Unless
Well,
you cast fear spell on
One
him
of
and
you,
he has
only
to run
one of
away.
you can do it. Or whoever does it first. Or if two of you want to do it at the exact same time, I can allow that. Whatever you want.
You can both
Yeah,
suffer
I'm
the
just
ill
asking
effects.
somebody tell me who's gonna.
Are you trying to talk me out of it?
I'm not. I just want to know who's doing it.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Matilda stands there, she's tipped the body over, but she lets the doctor, examine.
Get my glasses ready and I start looking over.
Doctor, the minute you touch this wound, it starts gyrating back and forth, and it just blows up right in your face, and these bizarre white creatures are all over you. They're going to make. I'm going to make a lot of attacks against you.
Oh, okay.
Ready?
I'm ready. I don't have my staff of defense anymore, so I'm in trouble.
That's why I kept asking you.
Well, I can't change it. It's not like I would have known that would happen, so I went in to investigate.
It's the ice maggots.
Okay, they are attacking you with advantage. Each
Oh,
of
okay.
them.
I'm in very much trouble. 14 will
That's the
hit.
second attack.
19 will hit.
That's the third attack.
Both miss.
The fourth attack.
The 20 hits and 16 hits.
Fifth attack.
Nothing.
Sixth attack.
19, 17 hit.
And seventh attack.
Neither miss. Another hit.
How many hits do you have?
You'll have to count. My AC is 12. I don't have mage armor anymore.
Okay, let me count. 1, 2,
6.
3, 4. So this thing explodes and these little squirmy, disgusting worm-like creatures all fly at you. 4 of them crawl right under your skin, and you see that they're moving under your skin, like they're inside your body. You don't take any damage. Right? They are-
As a reaction, can I take a rope and tie off my arm where they would go in, or?
not as a reaction.
Okay.
You get 4 turns, and everybody gets 4 turns. That's what we should.
4 turns? Okay.
Until you explode in maggots.
Okay.
What
I mean,
what happens to the maggots that miss? I'm just gonna call them maggots.
The maggots that miss just kind of drop on the ground, and you can see they're not exactly like big maggots. They look a little bit like an earthworm, like white and purple.
Okay.
And let's get into initiative. Doctor's in trouble.
What else is
As soon as I find my character icon to click on it. Where's our characters at?
underneath
So
the
there's 3 of
doctor's
them just
quest list?
squirming on the ground. And by the way, they attacked you with a 0 modifier. So if Schmigel had gone over, there's no way they could have penetrated.
Oh, they still rolled a 20 on one of their attacks.
Okay, I can't click on my
Oh,
character.
No, but 0 modifier. Still doesn't get it.
20 is not a 1. I tend not to do it. Because we haven't been doing it.
Okay, I can't click on my character in the map for some reason to select myself, so I'm just going to manually roll.
They're in the inventory.
Yeah, I see them,
Is there
but I can't.
Is this an issue on my part?
Oh, okay. Never mind. I had the wrong cursor selected. That's why. Got it now.
Yeah, Matilda, I added your investigate the shrine to the actual list. So if you guys want, I can maintain the quest list.
I had the distance ruler selected. That's why I couldn't.
Okay.
How about a cure disease?
I got a 19 initiative though.
I'm glad that we all lost that exhaustion before this happened.
I'm giving them 0 initiative.
Rock grub.
Not rock grub. Why did it have to be rock grub?
You can't use your metagaming knowledge on this one.
I'm not.
Okay. Doctor, do you know what a rock grub is?
I don't know, do I?
Do you as a player know what it is?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I make it a point to try not to look things up ahead of time.
I mean, I did. So, oh, nice. Portent to crit.
Schmigel, you are up first, and you of course you see that this corpse just exploded, and these disgusting looking creatures have just poured themselves all over the dock.
Are all of them inside him, or are some of them wriggling
There's 3
in?
of them wriggling on the ground that the doctor managed to deflect.
Alright. But are there still, like, some on him, but not quite into his body yet?
No. The 4 that got on him have crawled under his skin. And you can see them, they're little lumps, like, wriggling around in his skin.
Don't worry, Doctor, I say as I take out my greatsword. This'll only hurt a little.
Schmigel first turns around and goes, oh, is that good? What the kind of hell are these things? And Schmigel's gonna do a nature check on one of these little maggots. Skills. Nature. Oh.
You don't really know.
I think it's a grain of rice. I'm not sure.
They're pretty big. They're like the size of
Yeah, this.
a sewer rat.
Uh-oh, your audio went up.
Oh, how did that get under my skin then?
Yeah.
It very quickly just slithers under your skin.
If they're the size of a rat?
Yeah, and
Size
it's
of
a
a rat.
huge bulge under your skin. You can see it moving.
That's bigger than my arm.
It is. It's stretching your skin out and just going right beneath your skin.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them just
assume-
kind of moving up your arms.
Too bad none of us have ever heard of these things.
Schmigel, you haven't heard of these
Focus.
things. You don't know what they are particularly. Schmigel?
Alright. Yep.
Yeah, there was
I'm not sure what else I can do. Can I still take an action to maybe, like, stab one of them through his skin?
Yeah, you can. Well, if you want to stab one like through the back of your skin, you can make an attack at the doctor. If you hit the doctor, you can hit the snake. But your doctor's going to take damage.
Alrighty. Just hold still, Doctor. I can pull it out. It's just gonna hurt a bit.
If you're swinging your axe at me, I'm gonna jump away.
No, don't worry. I won't. Well, I was maybe considering about it, but
Jesus,
I take
Schmigel.
out my massive crossbow.
Make yourself useful and help me tie my arms off.
don't worry. I'll get the cleanest thing around it. Schmigel pulls out a knife from his boot. There you go. Very clean, very sanitized. It's got almost sweat on it, so it must have been 3 shades of clean after that. Now hold still. Let's see.
1 second, guys. Get back.
Okay. There we go. Yep. Oh!
surgically
You kill
removed
one
it.
of them through the doctor's skin as you rip it out, but that obviously hurts the doctor.
I'll take 6 damage.
Does it take full damage from that?
Probably, I would assume.
Okay.
Oh, don't be a babby. It's only fine. It's fine. I'm sure.
You have one of them impaled on your knife.
Are the ones that are on the ground kind of looking helpless?
Yeah, they're but you see that they're riding them. They're trying to wiggle towards the doctor, but they're not moving quickly enough. That's going to be a concern. The doctor probably will be dead.
Okay.
By the way, you missed my initiative there in the order, or it didn't get put in the order. I had a 19 there. Just move me down to 17. It's fine.
Okay, cast
I will also try to determine the nature of these worms that have exploded.
You're not sure what they are, but you know that these worms are probably some sort of parasite and very dangerous.
I'm going to guess that they probably don't like fire, so I'm going to pull out a torch and light it. Since Smeagol is dealing with the doctor, and Matilda has mentioned the same thing, I will try to ignite the ones on the ground.
Okay. Why don't you make a kind of improvised attack, just with your just make a strength modifier attack or a dex modifier as you swing your fire.
Plus my proficiency, right?
Yeah. You snuff one of these maggot creatures out with the fire.
Does
Okay,
it like
they-
burn especially well?
Yeah.
I mean, it dies pretty
Yeah,
quickly.
Okay,
as
it's
you
good
snuff
enough.
it out.
It's good enough.
I shouldn't have
Did it
written
kind
rock
of
rub
shrink-
because everybody knows what a rock rub is.
Did it kind of shrink away from the flame when I approached it before I actually hit it?
The creature does not appear to have any sight, but it died instantly as you snuffed it
Yeah.
out.
Okay. Okay.
Eldrin,
Good
it's
enough.
your turn.
Torches work.
Okay. How many are in the doctor?
There are 3 in the doctor. Schmigel carved one out. There are 2 on
He's
the
ill.
ground.
Two on the ground. I didn't hear that. You broke up.
There are 2 on the ground.
Two in him?
There are 2 of them. There are 3 of them inside the doctor. One of them has been
Okay,
taken out.
I'll cast Firebolt on one of those that are indulging from the doctor. Oh my.
Is a
Didn't
firebolt
expect
any
to do
area
that well.
spell, or is it just a single target?
It's a
Firebolt.
single target.
Okay. Doctor, you take some damage, but that one dies.
Okay, I took 11 damage.
Don't you have magic resistance? Actually,
That's for saves.
yeah.
If Strax is with me. Well, she is, but it's for saves.
So
You forgot about my temporary hit points before, did you? I had 8.
oh, okay. Let me add 8 to whatever.
I'm assuming Matilda will heal him.
Matilda, you're up.
Yeah, I'll
Swing the
also
great sword at the doctor. You
Yeah.
just get both of them. Schmigel, you can do sweeping attack or something, right?
Well, first I'm gonna consult my knowledge of whether I've ever treated a victim of rock grab.
Okay.
No.
Just
Are you
curious.
only going to consult your knowledge and not use anything you have?
No. I'm just gonna think for a moment to see if maybe I'm familiar with this, but I feel like it's imperative to act.
But you've seen Castor snuff one out.
Yeah. But I feel like it's imperative to get these things out of the doctor ASAP. So I'll draw my dagger and try to cut one out of him.
it's another crit, I'm gonna be ticked off.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't even hit me. I managed to at
Well,
least get away one of my
With the
swords.
exception is, Doctor, if you don't move and just let it hit, then there's no armor class or anything. If you just present yourself and say you're coming.
No, the doctor's
If you're-
freaking
if
out
you
that his friends are just
withdraw-
slashing that.
Yeah,
that
if
Yeah,
you
we're-
withdraw, then they have to be mad against you.
not saying anything. You guys just swarming trying to kill me.
Right.
Where's my lightning bolt? Oh wait, I don't.
Schmigel did tell you like to hold still.
Doctor, it's your turn.
So dodging away from Matilda's slash, and even though, and as Schmigel and Eldrin try to basically jump and mutilate me, I'm like, I got guys, there's a proper way to do this, and I pull out some string and rope from my bag quickly, and I tie off, I tie my arm really tight to stop the bugs from going
There's
further.
one in each arm. Which arm do you tie off?
I'll do both if I can.
Let's say you can do one arm with one action.
Okay, so I'll tie one off, and as I say, there's a proper way to do it. At least disinfect those knives first. I don't want to die of infection.
You'd rather die of these parasites?
So
Dad is dead.
Oh, it's clean enough.
not with where your knife's been, Schmigel.
Okay.
You see that
I
the
mean,
hilt-
it's wet.
the blade of my knife is like blackened by fire.
Still, you should disinfect it.
Okay.
I don't want John to come out and say, okay, now you're gonna suffer from infection and you're actually poisoned until further notice.
No, I can cure poison.
That would be easier, wouldn't it?
Plus,
not
I
that
got
big of a
whiskey for
concern,
afterwards,
okay.
so don't worry about it.
It's not as big. It's not like the real world. You tied off one of the grubs.
And then,
let's say it's your
and then with my other one, I guess I'll put it on my arm to try to block it.
But let's say your left arm, you tie it off, and this creature can't get past that little part you tie off. The one on the right goes into your shoulder at this point.
Now, Schmigel, get this one in my shoulder, and I expose my shoulder for him to go at it. Or not Schmigel. Your knife's probably dirty.
Well, it's
That's
your
probably
turn.
Someone who probably has a clean knife is a Castanar, I would expect. I expect him to be a lot cleaner than Schmigel.
Too late. You've gotten a knife that's been stuck in a dirty sock for a week.
You stick me again with that, and I'm gonna lightning bolt you, Schmigel.
Think fast, bucko.
At least dip it in your ale first. That is my armor class.
That's a hit.
Well, you can let them to automatically attack you if you.
If Schmigel's not cleaning it,
So Schmigel, the
There's
one
no
that's in the
outletting
doctor's
That's
shoulder,
fine, and I wipe it on my.
you stab it, and this green stuff oozes out of its shoulder, but the thing is still squirming. Castanar, it's your turn.
I need to reset Skype,
The
maybe.
doctor takes a little bit of damage from the stab wound.
Yeah, John, you keep breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up badly.
okay, I'll subtract 4.
We miss whole sections of your sentences. We still get video, but not audio.
Is
it better now?
Even. Yeah, so far.
It was an intermittent problem before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I'm not
last
sure what that
two or
was
three
about.
things you said were really broken up.
Yeah.
You're okay now, for now anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, the problem is it keeps readjusting the audio automatically. I don't know what does it, and I don't know why. I wish I did know. But go on. It's Castanar's turn.
Okay. With the doctor screaming about disinfecting and this and that, I hold out. I rush over with the torch. Here, heat the blades up with this. That'll clean them off. And then I try to kill another of the worms on the ground if I have a chance.
Sure.
So I hold out the torch for them to.
You may make another attack.
If he's heated up his knife first to sterilize it a little bit, then I'll let him.
No, I'm going for the worms. I held out the torch for the others to sterilize.
That's
Well, then I get that
yeah.
worm.
You most definitely will squish that worm.
Okay.
And that's it. Actually, you know what? We get 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
I'll kill the third one on the ground.
Okay.
We keep forgetting about this double attack. We could have stabbed him twice, Schmigel.
I know, it's so weird. I have so much free time now. I can't handle it.
So that'll kill another one on the ground.
Okay. Droid.
I will firebolt again. Hold your breath, Doctor.
Which one are you aiming at? The one that's stuck in behind the string that he tied around himself, or the one in his shoulder, on the opposite shoulder?
Didn't he get the shoulder? Or 4 wasn't enough? Okay.
That one started bleeding, oozing this green stuff as he stabbed it. It's still wiggling.
Oh, it did. Oh, that's what we missed when you faded out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, I'll stab him with my sword, my short sword.
Are you
Okay.
heating it up over the fire first?
Yes, I will shoot it up over the fire.
Oh,
first.
quit being a pansy. It's only a little cut.
Ouch.
Well, so you killed
That
it.
hurts.
You killed this thing, and it's like it's still stuck in his skin.
Yeah,
Still stuck
we'll
beneath
dig
him.
it
It
out.
takes a little bit of damage.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna stick a gauntleted hand in there and rip that thing out before it oozes any stuff into the doctor.
Okay. Doctor, you're taking a lot of damage here.
Nobody's healing him?
How is he looking?
Well, I mean, he's bleeding in various spots, having had these things ripped out of him.
Yeah,
As-
you guys are
after-
just brutally...
After I rip out the thing, I will cast a Cure Wounds on him.
Hey, could be worse. You could have got Haggard after you.
Where is my Cure Wounds here?
He would have probably taken the arm off and not even thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Doctor's healed. Doctor, you only have one left in you, and it's the one that you've tied off.
Okay, so since it's the one that's tied up, I guess I'll pull out my own knife. I'll quickly heat it up to sterilize it.
Uh-huh.
And I'll stick it in underneath my arm, and I'm gonna flick it out. I
Okay.
don't care if I kill it, but I'm gonna quickly put it in and flick it out. Or I'll do like a quick incision on my skin to
Okay.
open it up, and then flick it out. I don't care if I actually kill it.
Do a damage roll on yourself. No attack.
It's a D4
Yeah.
if it's my knife.
Yeah. You get this thing out. It's dead.
There we go.
I guess they're all defeated then. Next to quick action. How's the doctor looking?
I'm pretty ticked off at you guys just coming in and hammering weapons and throwing stuff at me. What the hell do you think you guys are doing?
How do you
Good
physically look? Do you still have a lot of cuts on you? Or
No,
are
thanks
you
to you
mostly
guys.
healed up?
I'm probably looking pretty rough right now. With several scorch marks and some Smiggle's dirty
Scorch
knife.
Let me get the healing kit out. Just give me a moment.
Oh no, you don't.
Don't worry, I'll wash my hands
Get
just
away
for
from me,
you.
dwarf.
Just for you.
I'll handle this myself.
I'll have a look inside the corpse to see if there's any more of these things in there.
No, it appears that all of these things were kind of programmed to fly out at some point.
Okay.
It seems like they were pressurized and they were in some form of stasis, and then when the doctor got close enough, they just exploded out. Yeah, everything inside the corpse is just empty. It looks like it's been
hollowed
completely
out.
eaten up.
Okay. Is there anything in his clothes or in his pockets?
He's wearing plate mail. In his pockets, you find that there's 200 frozen pieces of gold. You know, he's been out here for a while. The plate mail itself looks to be of very good make. However, it is very badly damaged.
I see.
It appears that something has ripped the plate mail, the center chest piece, in half, almost in half in the front.
No.
But the plate mail itself appears to be very, very fine make. It appears to be a very well-made hardened steel. You see that there probably was some sort of an emblem on top of the plate mail in the past. This person does have it's a dirty frozen cloak. It does not seem to be any special magical properties to it. It has the emblem of Helm on the cloak.
Okay, yeah, I'll of course recognize that.
The person is also he's carrying a shield and a sword. They don't look in any way spectacular, just mundane. But this plate mail looks like it's very good plate mail. It just needs to be reforged,
Well,
and it needs to be reforged by someone with considerable skill, probably.
well, I'll load it up on my horse. The mail, that is.
Oh, jeez. Someone from Helm. I haven't seen one of them for a long time.
Any identification as to who he might be?
No, not. I mean, most of the things that can rot away have been rotten away.
Okay.
He's been here.
A paladin of Helm, I assume.
Yeah, it appears he's been here for. He's probably been underground for several seasons.
On the ground?
Underground, or with snow on top, and just the way the winds blow just happened to expose him as you guys are walking by.
Yeah, I'd like to spend some time and dig a hole in the ground. You said that there were patches of ground visible here, right? Yeah, I'd like to spend some time to dig a hole and bury him.
Okay.
After I
we got a
take the
pickaxe,
nail.
so...
Well, the ground is extremely tough, but you managed to dig the hole.
Yeah.
I got a shovel.
I'll speak a few words to commend his soul to Helm.
Commend his soul to...
It makes sense.
Okay.
Since that's his god,
Yes.
is named Helm.
Oh, I heard hell.
Yeah.
Yes, secretly Mathilda has been a demon all along.
Yeah.
You sure you're not practicing the right Oh, never mind. I gotta clean my ears sometimes.
So yeah, I commend his soul to Helm. Do not condemn it to hell on a accidental word slip. It would be quite embarrassing.
Damn hell no.
Yeah. This holy warrior has met a really grisly fate, and they're curious as to what exactly he's doing out here in the first place.
I will ask if I see any temples. But it looks like he's been here a long time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
As far as you know, there's no temples out here in the middle of the wilderness.
No, I mean if we come across a town or something.
Yeah.
I'll ask if they've seen someone like him, because he's an unlikely presence in these parts.
Well, it's hard for you to even identify his race properly, given the amount of destruction his body has undergone. You know, it does look like a male, but you can tell from the armor that he's wearing that it's a male.
And from his height, he's definitely a medium.
Yeah,
size.
he's in the size of a human or a humanoid, but it's hard for you to even tell the race that he was.
Yeah, his ears are gone.
Yeah. His face is decomposed,
Yeah.
mostly.
He doesn't have teeth anymore either.
Well, the teeth don't go away.
Okay, so it's not. He doesn't have tusks like a half orc would.
No.
Okay. Well, it's all good.
Yeah, he doesn't have fangs, so it's not a vampire race.
Yeah, okay, but that's not really what I was looking for. I kind of assumed
Yeah.
that paladins of hell don't contract a lot of vampirism. Though it could, of course, but okay. Yeah, I'll after speaking a few words and having buried the man, I'll stick his sword and shield on top of the grave as a marker, and then I am ready to move on.
Okay. At this point, you guys have traveled nearly 18 hours, and you can see that looking at Hangar, he wants to push through and go through the exhaustion and continue traveling until he gets to his tribe. And he says, "I do not wish to rest out here. lest the thieving spirits take my axe.
How many hours is it till we reach the gorge?
Oh, it's like 6 hours, and he wants to push through the exhaustion and continue moving.
Mechanically, how much exhaustion would we take from that?
You take like 1 level of exhaustion by the time you get there.
Okay, we can probably manage.
Yeah. I mean,
Is there
Matilda's
enough light to travel by?
Matilda's certainly not going to commit to wanting to rest.
We'll put your arch faith in you, Hengar. You know these places best, and if it is not a safe place to rest, then we shall follow you.
He says it was safe once, not anymore.
How long?
He's being all ominous. He says, throughout the last few months, even before the bear tribes attacked, there have been spirits here, thieving spirits, stealing cattle and items and possessions of the like. Those spirits have a penchant for stealing magic and magical items, robbing our shamans, stealing our prized weapons.
The doctor clutches his spellbook.
Should we come across the lair of one of these things, it could be quite beneficial to us.
He says, we do not know where they are. We have never seen them. They come in the night and leave no tracks.
You've never seen them?
They leave no tracks.
Yeah, then how do you know that it is creatures at all?
What else could they be? Why do things go missing?
Could be a number of reasons, from people trying to scam each other to
He says, scam! We are proud, regular tribesmen. We do not steal. And we do not scam. Especially not our prized weapons. If we are to take another's weapon, we do it with honor.
Combat to the death,
You
right?
kill them.
like if all 5 of us were to jump Hengar right now.
You take him easily, you think? I mean, with your combined strength, no matter how powerful he is, you know, probably with some magic and with some...
Yeah. No problem. And we could take that fancy great axe that he has.
Sure.
But no. No. We shall resist the temptation of power.
It would be it would be very funny and unexpected for you to do so.
Yes. And entirely out of character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no. I also don't think I could convince my party to do it. Even if I
Are you
were so
having
inclined.
strange thoughts again?
Not unless Hengar happened to have a level 5 spell scroll on him.
And Schmigel comes close to Matilda and just whispers, "Are you talking to your god again? Does he have anything to say?"
He doesn't usually speak to me.
Okay, just making
I'm
sure.
not that special to him yet. One day, perhaps.
Yeah, the gods don't typically speak to mortals.
Okay, well, I suppose then after loading up the damaged armor and putting that in the for later category, we're ready to move on.
Okay, are you going to push forward and just suffer the exhaustion so you can get to the camp?
I think
Okay.
everyone is agreement that we do that.
Are we allowed making any con saves?
There's no more. There's no further encounters that you get
So,
going this way.
One thing that I will be doing as we travel is, since there are things out here that are obviously not leaving tracks, or at least according to Hengar, I'm going to be looking specifically for signs of tracks that have been disguised, attempted erase, etc.
Okay.
as we travel.
This refers to the thieving goblins on your encounters with creatures that...
Yeah.
Okay. You don't know if they're actually goblins.
I know.
Okay.
It's all roleplay.
So, you get to... you get down into the glacier, and as you get to the glacier, the ground is flat, and it's just beneath you, you can't even see the ground. It's covered with snow, and beneath that snow, you can only feel solid ice that you're walking on. It's actually, you slip a couple of times walking on the glacier. And as you near the Elk Tribe camp, Hangar gives out a loud cry, and you see what he's crying about. What he sees, that the entire encampment, there's huge smoke coming out everywhere. Not like, this looks like burning type of smoke. It appears that the encampment's on fire.
Do we hear sounds of battle?
No.
Let's get ready, people.
Yeah, I hurry my elk to charge forward
I grab my
towards the
sword and my
elk
shield.
camp.
Okay. The party charges forward, and as you get closer to the camp, you see that the camp itself seems very quiet. There are lots of barbarians around. All the barbarians are wearing a blue cloak with a symbol of the bear on it. And then Hangar stops in his track. He says, "My people!" And he yells, and he looks like he's going to just charge the camp. There are at least 30 you can see just roaming around outside of the camp. And you guys are not that hard to spot. You're walking in open tundra.
I think I'm easily the first one to arrive there since I'm mounted.
I follow behind Hangar.
I spread out to one side and follow as well. Bow out.
Yeah, I have my greatsword out as well, of course, as I ride.
Same.
30 and we're exhausted. I like the odds.
I run up to the bear tribe and I ask them, "Halt! What is the meaning of this?"
Give me a second. I'm just preparing a map.
Okay.
I like the idea of this barbarian with a very calm voice. Just give me a minute. Preparing a map.
Hangar charges and then stops a moment, sits down, gets a map out of his pack. Places a few tokens on the map. Moves them about a little, then takes up his great axe and continues to charge. Leaving the discarded map in the snow.
So as the party approaches, of course, all the barbarians coalesce, and they meet you out in the snow before you even get to the village. They step out in front of you, and one of the Bear Tribe barbarian comes up, and he's got a horn on his lap. He takes out his horn and he just blows his horn, and a whole bunch of barbarians coalesce right in front of you. And then they look at you and they say, "Who are you? And who is this Elk Tribe? Perhaps one we have not yet slain."
I am riding a giant elk. I don't know if they think I'm of the Elk Tribe.
Well, they don't know what to think of you, because you don't look like a barbarian. You're certainly riding an elk. Oh, what are you going to say to them, though?
I asked them what is the meaning of this.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What is the meaning of this?
What is going on here?
We are the Bear Tribe. We own this land. We rule in the name of Orel.
What have you done with the people who lived here before?
We have driven them out. We have taken their women and children, as is custom when a tribe is defeated. And they bring out some wolves to kind of flesh out their big force. There we go. Can everyone see? Okay. So a whole bunch of them just gather in front, and they have their wolves leashed up. They have a little bit of elevation on you. I'm just setting up the wolves. They have a little bit of elevation on you, so you got to climb up this little hill to get to them. And they have their weapons out. They look like they're ready to fight. And Hangar looks like he's ready to fight.
I remain mounted during this whole thing. This is my first try at mounted combat.
Okay. We'll go with you and mount.
I have never played mounted combat, but
I think the rules are just that your mount, unless you have a mounted combat feat, you and your
It's just normal combat.
yeah, your mount just your travel speed is like your mount's travel speed, and you can have your mount attack instead of you attack.
okay, but not both.
Yeah.
Let me see if I agree with that according to the rules. A fine steed, but go ahead with the story. I'll look this up. Let's see. Your steed serves as a mount both in combat and out. Instinctive bond. While mounted on your steed, any spell you cast that targets only you also targets your steed. Doesn't say anything about attacking, so yeah. It's just...
Then maybe it's the mounted combat feat.
Yeah. You need a mounted combat for that.
Regular mounted combat. There's also such a thing as regular mounted combat. Initiative of a controlled mount changes to match yours when you mount it, moves as you directed, can only take 3 actions: dash, disengage, or dodge. Okay, so it has its own actions, but it can only dash, disengage, or dodge. As a without mounted combat feat. That is.
Yeah, mounted combat just gives you things like advantage while mounted against an unmounted, or targeting your mount instead of yourself.
Yeah.
Which
Don't
is
wanna do
nice.
any- Yeah. But I don't have any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was speaking to these barbarians.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask, where have you taken the women and children?
He says, "Why should we tell you? We're ready to kill you."
I might spare some of you.
They say, "Attack!"
Can I move? Oh.
Let's roll initiative.
Schmiggle's still off in the distance.
Yeah, it's slowly backing up, not like the odds here.
Well, you want to fight? You gotta fight.
Well, they wanted to fight. I didn't particularly want to fight. I'm a peace-loving paladin.
Sure.
Well, we're finished with the peace loving. Now there's the power.
They start charging. They look very bloodthirsty, ready to attack. All right, are we ready?
No,
I
but
think
yeah.
everyone on our part.
What?
Good thing you have Ford Breaker.
You don't. You may run if you want to. It's not like I'm not railroading you into a fight. But if you want to fight, let's fight.
I don't like our
Do
chances.
these guys all look as strong as Hangar?
They look similar. These barbarians all are pretty muscular. These guys are all wielding axes. These wolves look very angry, though.
What is Hangar's disposition? Is he ready for a fight?
Hangar looks like he wants to fight to the death, and he does not even recognize any odds or anything like that.
You always want to fight to the death.
Well then,
He looks like he seems to want to fight to the death, and because it's honorable, I guess. That's what That's what it looks like he's into right now.
but really, does it look like this is a fight we could win?
You question whether or not you can win this fight. There's 13 of them.
We can win it, and I'm not sure we could run with it in our state. From it in
we're
our
pretty
state.
exhausted already. We won't be able to run.
Yeah, I could probably carry one of you on the elk, maybe 2.
Let's save it.
Well, let's see how these guys.
This is about half their force. The other half is somewhere in the town, but remember that guy blew his horn.
Right, so there's reinforcements coming as well.
That's what you surmise.
Presume.
Yeah.
And I'm keeping, well, never mind.
I also reread my spell list. I don't actually have any AoE spells. I read the wrong oath. Instead of Moonbeam, I have Hold Person. Which is also a nice spell, but not AoE.
Tell Dr. Chug a potion, we're going in!
Time to bring out that invincibility potion.
It would be a good time, actually.
It's difficult terrain going up this slope. It's because it's angled down, and it looks like they're going to charge downwards.
Are they going to get advantage for like being above us? Having like a height advantage?
I haven't been playing with height advantage per se, so
Okay.
I won't do that. Castaner, you're first in initiative.
The initiative
Well,
hasn't
I've
started,
kind of-
has it?
Huh?
Or at least Schmigel is in the wrong place
Yeah.
in the initiative.
Yeah. There we go. Well, again, I've been sizing things up, sort of slowly inching away. I certainly don't like the odds here, but again, I don't think we could successfully run. Given the fact that there was an alarm sound, I shout out to Schmiegel to have Stacks watch out behind us, make sure nothing's circling around behind, perhaps. And I'm going to target the hornblower, which I presume is the one up.
He has put this horn down by now.
Yeah, that's fine. He appears to be the spokesperson. I'm going to target him, and I will Hunter's Mark bonus action. Fire an arrow at him. And
Do you have the distance to do Hunter's Mark?
60 feet.
60
feet.
Yeah.
Do you have? Just checking.
Yeah. Where am I on the map here?
I think that's more than 60.
You have
Oh,
a little
so
bit more than.
more.
It's a little bit more than 60 feet.
Well,
Hey, if you want it, I'll give it to you. I don't mind.
I can move forward to get range and still
Okay.
move back.
I don't mind giving you that extra 8 feet.
Actually, I think you can walk forward and then walk back.
Yeah. It's 90 feet anyway. The range is 90
Okay.
feet.
Oh, then it's a non-issue.
So Hunter's Mark on him, and I will also use the Hordebreaker ability and hit the wolf. Whoops,
If you hit him, you can hit the wolf too.
there. Okay, so the attack on the barbarian.
Only we had a fireball.
Yeah. I know, huh? It's a 20-foot radius, so 40 feet diameter. I can pretty much hit almost everyone in one shot.
Need I remind you, barbarians have danger sense, and I'm playing them like barbarians.
So that's
Yeah, I'm
10
giving them
points
full
of
class
mark.
levels. What?
10 points of damage with the Hunter's Mark.
What did you roll?
22.
22 for 10 total points of damage. Okay.
And then the attack on the wolf. 14 to hit
Okay.
for 9.
For 9 points of damage.
And
Yes.
duplicate the same, assuming they're both up, duplicate that with my second attack. Same attack pattern.
Okay.
19 for 9 points.
That's a D5 that you rolled.
Oops. Yeah, I'll,
You know-
I'll take the 3. That's fine.
You can automate the Hunter's Mark, you know, but
Yeah, I think it probably is. I just haven't looked at the new character sheet yet
Yeah.
to verify it's done. So 9 points for the barbarian, and then the second attack on the wolf. 14 for another 5 on the wolf.
Okay. You killed the wolf as its body just kind of tumbles down the snow.
how does the guy respond to being hit with these arrows?
He's about to rage.
Okay, but does he look severely injured? Like,
Oh yeah, he looks injured. You sunk 2 arrows right into his chest. He's looking like he took a lot of pain. But he looks like he's ready to rage and rush it. Everybody's ready to rage and rush down at you.
Well, there's no way to avoid it. They beat us in. I guess Elduin, you tied with the barbarians.
Yeah, I will.
Why don't I let you go first?
I have a question. How tall are these rocks here?
These rocks, let's say they're like maybe 5-6 feet. You can probably climb on top of one if you needed to.
Nothing's like 10 feet, 20 feet. I'm looking for an escape if I need it.
Oh yeah, if you go further down here, the rocks go up. They get higher.
Oh,
So you can climb all the way up into the mountains if you want.
okay. I will cast a web spell and get those within 20 feet.
Can you give me a circle? Because I gotta roll a lot of dex checks.
And they all have advantage,
Like
right?
token or something.
Not the wolves.
Like I told you, I'm statting out. I stat out enemies to make
No,
that
that's
enough
fine.
of a
They
challenge.
It's
just
a
need a
20-foot
token or
cube.
something. It's a 20-foot
web.
cube.
Yeah. You gotta measure out 20 feet for me.
Oh, I see. Just draw a polygon or something.
Yeah, draw out a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, it's something like this. Yeah, it can be a little bigger.
No, I'm gonna use this one at you.
Don't want to grab the
And it's,
wolves.
it can go a lot lower though. It can go like include these wolves as well.
Yeah. You could even do it to block off this passage, so that they can't. They'll all have to pass through it unless they want to jump. To get by it.
No, I'm
5-foot jump there.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to. That's what I'm doing. I think we can take out these guys here.
You can move it down a little bit too, and you'll get the wolves.
Yeah, or just stretch it down a little bit so that you,
Yeah, because that's
All right, there it is. That's it.
Okay.
because it's higher and lower because you've only made it like 16 feet
Yeah.
high.
Right.
Okay, the DC is 15. Correct?
Yes. Yeah, size.
3 wolves and 6 barbarians.
Okay, and the wolves.
Really, hearing some really pitiful meowing.
That's my cat. You got a wolf. You got a wolf, and you got one of the barbarians. I'll put the closest one. Trapped in a web.
And that will be difficult terrain.
Understood.
And they'll have to re-roll if they start in the in that area.
Okay. No, is that your turn?
And then I will move back to yeah. I'll move my back to the wall.
Okay. Barbarian's turn. Global rage.
All around the.
Let me
Everyone
let me
rages.
do some measurements.
Oh, they're Elk Tribe barbarians?
No,
Or
they're
Elk Tribe?
they're not
Bear-
Elk
bear.
Tribe. They're Bear Tribe. I don't know why I wrote Elk Tribe.
Yeah.
That's a mistake.
Suddenly, Hengar gets
They're
attacked by
mass,
a
mass hallucination. They all think they're elk.
We all think they're elk.
Matilda, only this guy can. This is the only guy who can actually make it up to you and attack you melee. He comes up to you and he reckless attacks. He's gonna attack you with advantage.
What a dick.
$10 damage. At least I only gave him one attack, right?
Yeah.
So he attacks you for 10 damage, leaving himself open in that attack.
Okay. Yeah, that's all my temporary hit points gone, and I still take 2.
This guy is going to walk around your web. Let me see.
Isn't the snow going down difficult terrain?
I wouldn't think going down would be difficult terrain.
Well, if you
Going
slip
up,
and you
yeah.
slip out.
They're
Are you asking me
No.
to put in a dex check for the barbarians, or make the barbarians do a certain thing?
Nah.
Because then all of you.
Then you
Wow.
please be the DM. Okay, so he's close enough. He's going. Let me see. Let me see his distance. He can throw a hand axe at Hengar.
Hand axe Gar.
Oh!
Oh boy.
It's only a min
9.
damage axe.
9 damage.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still that's a big chunk of damage. So Hengar loses 1 because he has the temporary hit points. Oh, I'm not sure if he listened to you during your speech. Here you go. Okay, so this Elk Tribesman is webbed. I'm going to roll a strength save. DC 15. He saves. But let me see. He can't move during this turn, can he?
No, he's held for the complete round.
Yeah, so but after he saved, he's moving next turn.
Right.
Okay, these 2 wolves, I'm gonna roll strength save for the wolf.
It's not the wolf's turn yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got too much stuff going on. Did
Yeah.
I roll initiative for the wolf? I'll roll it on the wolf's turn. They're gonna try to get out of this this disgusting web. So
Yeah.
let me measure some stuff out. This may take a little bit. Okay. 15 feet to go this way. And then another 15 feet to get here.
That's the one that was held.
It was? Did I?
Yeah.
This one then. Let me remeasure for him then. This is where the not gridded system breaks down a little bit.
You can still.
Yeah, I'm moving the other one now.
I mean, you should be able to take the token and shift drag it, or
Yeah,
space
you-
bar
you-
drag it.
You could also just move them in formation after you moved one of them.
That's true. Hand axe coming at you, Matilda. That's a miss.
Okay.
Why don't I do that? I'm going to move these other ones in formation then. Hold on, I have to move this thing a little bit. Okay.
You can do a right click and send it behind everything.
Yeah, you just make it part of the map.
Yeah,
Or
make
something.
it part of that.
30
You
feet
could send it
perfect.
to the map layer.
Oh, was that through difficult terrain?
No, it's not difficult terrain for them coming down. It's only if we
No,
were to go up.
the web.
The web may
the
be
web is
difficult
difficult
terrain,
terrain.
so I'm going to move some of them back.
Yeah.
These 2 can move outside the web easily, so I'm putting them there.
Okay.
Okay.
All of them have hand axes and great axes,
Mm-hmm.
and not shields.
The shields are just part of the token.
Okay. Yeah, just asking. That's why.
I'm gonna give this one at least a shot. This one can throw his hand axe. Throw hand axe coming at you, Eldruin.
Oh, I'll grab it.
Okay. You want to grab it?
Light a band.
No, I think you're using the monk ability, right?
Key point.
Yeah.
Using that the catch missile,
Yes. Excellent time to use it.
you get to use it so rarely.
And you can whip it back at him.
Yeah. If you fully reduce the damage, that is.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and grab it. Don't you have to make an attack after you grab it?
Okay, I roll a d10.
Plus your dex mod, plus your monk level. Yeah.
Plus 8.
And you reduce the damage by that much.
And if you reduce it to
And I
0, you
reduce the
catch it.
damage by that much, so minus 12. And if it's 0, then I've caught it and I can throw it back.
Okay. So you can make an attack back at him.
Yeah, this is what actually costs the key point. This reduction you can do anyway without even spending key.
Oh yeah, you're right. So yeah, I can. I don't throw it back then. I need the key.
Okay.
So
Well, you got yourself a new hand axe.
dodged it basically.
It's a barbarian hand axe.
He throws a
smile.
hand at you catch it.
This barbarian is going to throw the axe at you, but he is doing long range with disadvantage. And he misses. These barbarians, let me move them as a group. They're going to just jump down this cliff and they're going to ready actions. They take out their hand axes ready to chuck them. Schmegel.
Oh boy.
I advise we don't get in range of those hand axes.
Yeah.
Schmegel's a tank. He's got his armor class 23.
That'll be fine.
You think a bunch of hand axes is gonna take him down?
Invincible.
Trust me, they used to call me Iron Sights. Gonna move 10 feet here. That's 20 feet, sorry. And I'm gonna use, what was it called? An ability. Pushing
Coding
attack.
strike.
So I'm gonna attack the first guy in front.
Hold on a second, Schmegel. I'm gonna go off on 2 ready actions and throw 2 hand axes at you first, if you don't mind. 2 hand axes coming at you. I may have clicked it an extra time, but it's not a hit anyway.
No, you clicked it right.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
The one, there's supposed to be 3 after Eldarin caught 1, because 1 was thrown at Eldarin after that.
Alright, and I'm gonna attack the one in front.
Okay.
22.
You do
Let's
20. You hit him with a 22, but he's raging.
Let's see. Superiority.
Raging only gives him resistance against non-magical weapons, right?
No, the raging does not specify magical, non-magical. It specifies type of damage.
Oh, okay.
They're not monsters. They're kind of like statted NPCs.
I know, they're people. Barbarians are people too.
We're people too.
I'm here based on humans' right actions versus racism against barbarians. We're here to prove that you're not actually savages.
Schmegel, is that a sweeping attack?
No, that's an extra damage from the pushing attack.
Okay.
Now I gotta contest their strength against mine.
Okay.
So I can push the guy in front of me.
So, but it's a strength contest to push him, correct?
Yeah, it's using strength save.
He rolled a 14, so
I
you
rolled
push
a
him.
19.
And it's how many feet? 10 feet?
It is 15 feet. In whichever direction.
Whichever, or a specific direction?
Or basically where I hit him.
So straight ahead, probably.
Do you technically, well, if you're getting pushed up difficult terrain, do you still go half feet?
I was hoping to ball pin him and the next guy behind him though.
No, the next, they're pretty limber, so this guy gets pushed back, but the other guy kind of dodges out of the way.
Alright, and I'm gonna go up to the next guy and hit him with my second attack.
As you go up to the next guy, I got 2 more ready actions for you.
Run it!
24 and a 15.
Okay, that one will hit.
20. Oh, that's right. All right, so 24.
What? That's hits it.
I didn't expect him to hit. 9 plus 2
And they
damage.
roll at a +6, so it's not surprising that they hit. They have what? They have a 4 strength modifier, or they're level 5 or above. Plus 6 is it?
Are you analyzing my monster to statistics? Should you be?
No.
Should you be sitting there and looking at what is their armor class, what is their hit points, what is their attack modifier? Is this right? Their combat rating is off. This is unfair game.
I expect nothing less than unfair game.
Okay. Schmigel, you do take you take a hand axe.
After all, this was not a fight that we had to take. This is a fight we could have run from.
Well, what happens happens. You know.
For level 5 stats to test.
How do you know you're gonna lose this fight? All right.
That depends on what the doctor does now.
I'll tell you after.
Doctor, that old bunched up covenant!
Schmigel, you slash him with your axe.
I point to the one who got me in the forehead with the hand axe. I'm like, you're next.
Doctor, you're up.
Need I say it? What I'm gonna do? I'd say just give them all their saving throw.
Okay, you have to outline the area.
Okay.
You have to draw the area so I know which ones are gonna be doing the throw.
So 40 feet.
40 feet. What spell are you casting?
Fireball, obviously. It's got a 20-foot radius.
So you gotta outline the radius for me. You gotta outline the.
Yeah, draw a circle.
And the web will burn for that round as well and give an additional 1d4 damage.
Yeah,
Okay, whatever.
Let's see. How do I draw a circle? Ruler.
Just hold shift as you draw
Alt.
shape.
Oh, really?
Alt. Sorry, alt as you draw shape.
So let's see. I'm just gonna double check my distance. So let's see. That's about 40 feet. Gets me to here. So there.
Do this. I'll hold the 40 feet. You draw the
Okay, perfect.
circle.
So alt. Ah, damn it.
Start in the center of the line.
Start with draw shape, of course, not freehand.
Draw shape. And then alt. Okay, put the line.
I got the line up there.
I don't see it anymore. Disappeared.
Here, I'll do it.
Okay, you got it.
There we go. So
Start in the center of the line and move outward from it.
So that would be about 40 feet, I'd say.
Yeah. It's,
So this is actually where I'm casting it, just so you know.
okay, thanks. It's not quite high enough. It needs to be like... you need to stretch it upwards a little bit.
Does it really matter?
I
Yeah,
guess
it's-
not.
It's gonna get them all.
Yeah. Okay,
Except for
so
maybe
it's
the
gonna
one
get
on the
everyone
outside.
except that one guy.
Which one guy? I got him.
No, the guy on the left there.
Yeah? Guy on the left? What guy on the left?
Guy
Oh,
over
him.
here.
Okay, I'll see
One
about
being
shifting
the
a
team
little bit.
player.
Okay, so
No, if I want to get him all, that's where it's gonna have to be.
Yeah.
I
okay.
didn't see that guy was right in the initiative, turn order.
Hold on. Let me get a little pen so I note it down.
So
Fireball. Ready? I'm gonna start doing some
So
saves.
it's 11 barbarians and 3 wolves.
Mm-hmm. But I gotta write down how many successes and failures, so I don't get them confused, and in which order too. I'm going
Nobody
order from
has
left
the
to
ability
right.
to maximize my damage. I think that's a bard ability.
What?
Here we go.
That's
Not
a pretty
bad.
good roll. Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Well, they're definitely danger sensing. I would, wouldn't you?
They're something dangerous. Massive explosion of fire. It's hurled towards them.
Okay.
I would hope they said that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8.
They're all saving.
What? No, I'm going one after another. A lot of them are saving, I gotta tell you. A lot of them are saving. Not all of them.
still take half even on.
Yeah, they take half damage even on a save, and they're not protected by their rage.
They are not Bear Tribe. Wait, they are Bear Tribe.
They're Bear Tribe.
But they're not Bear Totem.
They're not Bear Totem. One, two. So 29 damage is the max. What is half?
It would round to 15.
Round to
1, 2.
It rounds up, doesn't it?
No.
I think always.
It goes
It rounds down.
Yeah.
2, 3.
There's 14 for those that save.
Okay.
29 damage. 1, 2, 3. 29 damage. Wow, these big battles are such a pain.
You decided to put them on in.
Well, you decided to go to it. I didn't know. You didn't have to.
No, really. We decided to go to a village.
Yeah, village burning.
Yeah. That we did not decide.
So as I'm casting this, I say to everybody, I suggest we give them a nice bloody nose and make ourselves a retreat.
Oh, you're about to win. Why would you retreat?
Why?
No,
Why?
if more
You have
come.
to help.
Well, yeah, more come. You're not gonna.
This way we give them a
The
bloody
result
nose
of
to make
this
them
nuke.
sink twice. They'll sink twice, and then hopefully we won't be chased if we still have to fight.
You got another fireball, right?
Oh yeah.
So go ahead. What's the problem? You can burn them all. Okay, I think I've finished with the damage. The wolves cannot survive the fireball, so they're gonna die.
Regardless.
Yeah, they can't survive the fireball. Majority of them saved. You see that maybe a couple of them are really badly burnt with the fireball, but the majority of them look like they're shrugging most of it off.
Which are the ones that look really damaged?
I have to specifically point them out.
I guess not.
And this one,
I'm gonna attack
This
one
one?
anyway.
this one, and the one all the way in the back. Okay. Okay.
He's
The one in the back is holding much regret after this, going like, all I wanted was to join the army. All I wanted.
Join a barbarian tribe, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
I don't think they give you a choice. You're like drafted at the age of 6 in the barbarian community.
Okay, well, I'm gonna slash this reckless fool in front of me.
Okay, that's a
There.
critical hit.
Take 27 damage. You're not the only one who does massive damage, Doctor.
What is 1/2 of 27 damage? I believe that's still enough to kill him.
13.
13.
Okay, that's just enough to kill him.
Okay. Now I need an. I wasn't expecting. This one was right here was injured, right?
Well, they're all injured, but this
I
one,
mean, it was one of the more gravely injured.
this one's gravely injured.
Okay, that one over there. I can probably reach that.
Here, I'll remove my fireball circle.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Is it difficult terrain uphill, though, right?
If you're going uphill, it's going to be difficult terrain.
In that case, I'll walk over to this one right here. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith upon myself with my bonus action, and then take my second attack. For 9 points of slashing.
Okay. You do indeed hit him, but he is in this raging furor.
Furor? Okay.
Führer? I didn't know we were having a World War II campaign.
Ich bin ein raging Führer!
Der Führer shows up.
The Führer shows up.
It is Hengar's turn, and Hengar is going to take the opportunity to enter his own rage.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you're not finished?
I
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Sorry.
Finish your turn if you
I
want to finish.
realized I am finished. I
Okay.
just forgot that I was mounted and could move much further and could have reached the target I wanted. But
I forgot you were mounted too.
actually, yeah, my horse can take the disengage action and retreat me. Which I'm gonna do.
You should make a token where with you on the elk.
I haven't even made this token. I couldn't make such a nice token. My graphic skills are not that good.
Hangar is very, very mad, and every attack he's going to make is going to be reckless attack.
He is mad. We already knew this.
He's going to...
But
But in this case, he's extremely mad. His village is burnt down, so his reckless attack coming out of him. His reckless attack's going to give him the 25.
Oh, that's not even a crit. No, he just rolls at +7.
He rolls at +7. 25. Some of you guys are rolling close to +7.
No.
I know Kastner does with his bow.
Yeah. But the rest of us roll at +5, I think.
I think I'm only +6, aren't I?
Oh, I'm at +5 anyway.
No, your bow's +7 because you took the archery weapon skill, I think.
I've got +6 to hit.
What's your dex?
17.
So you should have 3.
Am I missing something? 3 for that? 3
3 plus 3 plus
proficiency?
6 plus 2. You should be +8.
Yeah, you should be rolling at +8 for archery.
If you took the archery weapon style when you made your character, which I think you did. Or at least you did for the last campaign. I don't know if you changed it to something else.
No,
but,
no, haven't
okay.
changed it.
Then you should be +8.
I should be +8, yeah.
You've been underselling yourself this whole time.
Have you been holding back Kastner?
I haven't needed to.
You can just add that +2 in like ranged attacks on your core stats. On your core stats page on the bonuses/penalties.
Yeah, I'm just checking it. It's just a 2 attack, right? Okay.
Yeah. And that should let you roll at a +8 in the future.
Oh, I have it +2 on ranged. So maybe it is. I'm going to do a test here. Ignore this attack roll. Maybe it's actually adding 8 and I just didn't...
It is your turn anyway, so you could attack if you want.
I want to test it and make sure it's working properly first.
Okay, give it a roll. Let's see. Yeah, you rolled a 10 and you get an 18, so it does work properly. Because
Okay.
the 9 is a crit fail, and it's still a 9, so that means you get +8.
Yep, okay. Okay, anyway, as far as my attack, see a whole bunch of injured barbarians, so I think I'm just going to go ahead down the line. First of all, I'm going to move, I think.
Come give the doctor some protection at the barbarians who are now mad that I burnt their beards.
Move to there.
Oh yeah, the doctor is still pretty injured. I didn't realize you were that injured.
And we will go start on the line here. Primary attack is the far left barbarian, with the secondary attack coming to his left, and then I'm going to just go down the line. Second attack with the horde breaker, and the fourth one.
Okay.
So essentially, if
One attack against each, more or less.
yep,
Okay.
that's a 18.
The 18 is a hit. The 13 is a miss.
That 18 was my test roll.
Oh,
That
it
wasn't
was?
actually-
Okay, the
Yeah.
13 is a miss.
Okay, so one thing I haven't done is I'm going to move my hunter's mark, by the way, bonus action, and I'll move it to the third one in the line, which
Okay.
is my next target.
16 is a hit.
Okay, for 7, and let's see if my hunter's mark is damage. Damage. Okay, I'm going to have to roll that manually. I'll have to figure out this new character sheet. So an additional 4 to that third target.
Okay, for a total of 11.
Total of 11.
Okay, so you notice that despite hitting him flawlessly, these barbarians are just full of such a ridiculous rage that they don't take as much damage.
And I missed on my secondary attack for the Horde Breaker.
Okay.
Oh, that wasn't very useful.
Okay.
And that was it, because my bonus action was moving the mark, and I did my move.
Okay. It's Eldrin's turn.
I will.
Darkness.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I will move over here, and I will shoot my bow at. You said this one was gravely injured?
That one looks like he's badly burnt.
Yeah, I will shoot my bow at him.
That one is dead.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay.
You don't have multi-attack. Okay.
All right, it's the barbarian's turn. We got a lot of stuff to do.
Did my fireball phase them?
Sure.
But not, they're raging enough to still come at us.
Schmigel, you're gonna get jumped and surrounded.
Oh, I know.
Everybody.
These two are gonna swing around. They're gonna use double movement to get to you. They're gonna swing around to try to flank you from this side. Schmigel, these barbarians are coming after you, and they want blood. So they are going to. They're already raging. Each of them are going to frenzy and reckless attack. So the reckless attack gives each of them advantage on their first hit. The frenzy gives them a second hit. They only have one hit normally. Ready?
If you start a frenzy, it only engages the next turn.
It does.
If
It says you get it after the turn your rage is active, so they're already frenzying. Well, you can choose to frenzy when you're raging.
Let's see.
It starts after the turn that the rage is active. You wanna
Yeah.
you wanna
Yeah.
you wanna look it up?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Normally, if I were DMing, I would say that they frenzied on the first turn.
Okay, I'm sorry for not DMing properly. Now I'll try better.
It's not a matter of DMing non-properly. It's just a different style.
Okay.
Schmigel, whirlwind.
Schmigel, this attack is at advantage. This attack is normal, not at advantage.
Okay.
Okay. Here's number 2. This attack, first attack is at advantage. The second attack is not at advantage.
So you took a layer 11 damage.
Okay. Here comes attack number 3. First attack is at advantage. The second attack is not at advantage. Here comes number 5. I think that was number 4. Right? Let me see.
Yeah.
Are we keeping track? Number 5. This is the last one.
already down or not?
This one's at
He's just
advantage.
holding on.
This one's not at advantage. Schmigel, did you get that, or do I have to
Let
go
me
over?
just count down them all. Let's see.
I think 3 of them hit you.
All right.
Well, you have to remember only the first attack is at advantage. The second attack is not at advantage.
Okay. I got a question though.
Yeah.
My AC is 22 on the dot. If
If it matches your AC, it's a hit.
All right, matches my AC, it's a hit. Okay. Let me just round them up. Let's see. That's 10. That's 9. And okay. That one was at disadvantage. This one was.
Well, there's none of them are at disadvantage. They're either at advantage or not at advantage.
Advantage. Advantage. Yeah, that one's a hit. That's 13. That one's not advantage, but still hits. 7. So I'm looking down already. Plus 8. And alright. Equals. Oh. Yeah, how come it didn't add it?
You have to make a /R out of it.
/R.
Whatever. It looks like I'm down anyway.
Are you sure?
10
That's
plus.
19, 32, 40, 47.
Yeah, I've only got 21, so I'm down.
Schmigel falls down unconscious. Schmigel, death save.
Yeah, here comes one. Death save. Oh,
Schmigel is down 1 death save.
Not looking good.
Doctor.
Okay. So they obviously have quite a lot of health. So a sleep spell wouldn't be all that effective. I don't know. I could just fireball them all again. The Schmigel's in the way.
You can angle it in a way that doesn't hit Schmigel or Hengar, I think, because there's they have a row of them.
Okay.
If you angle
But then
them
I would
this,
hit 1, 2, 3, 4.
I think so.
What's that?
Yeah, you can hit like those 5 in a row and then the one in the back. I would
Okay.
guess.
Then why not? I'll do that. I don't even need to make a sphere.
You don't need to make a sphere. We can see that. Okay, so
it
roll,
seems like the best bet.
roll your damage first, because some people can't save out of it no matter what.
What about move up and Thunderwave?
You can
I
do
could,
that too.
Yeah, I could use a level 2 Thunderwave. But that one's 15 feet. Okay. The doctor's seen Smiggle get knocked down quite hard. And he's gonna run up. And actually, I could just lightning bolt and hit most of them like that too. No, I don't have I only have lightning bolt or fireball prepared. Okay, so I'll move up, and should I Thunderwave? Thunderwave would give me 15 feet. I could probably hit these ones and send them.
Well, Thunderwave has to come out from you, so you gotta show me where it's coming out of.
So I'll move over here. And am I also able to angle it in such a way?
Yeah.
As long as one corner of the square still needs to be on you.
I think if you try to do a Thunderwave in that angle, you're gonna at least hit Hengar, if not Schmigel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gotta throw one of them in the mix. So either Hengar or Schmigel gets hit.
Okay. I'll say the best way is still with the fireball then. I'll use that fireball and angle it so I hit the highest number of guys. And
Without you're not including Schmigel, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so it'd be these guys here.
8.
And please roll your damage first, because some of these guys can't save out of it. Okay, so 12 is the minimum, so let me see. Some people are going to die no matter what, so why roll a save for them? This guy's going to die no matter what. This guy was smacked down. Actually, it's not, I have not rolled for these guys to hit Hengar. I was supposed to, but that's alright.
Hengar is just too scary.
Just say my fireball.
Yeah, I completely skipped that part, but... Okay, this guy has to roll a save, this guy has to roll a save, this guy has to roll a save. We have 3 successful saves on these guys, and the guy up top. Actually, the guy up top has how many? He has 11. No, he can't survive it, so he's dead. Okay, so in the aftermath, you burn up these 2 more of these guys, just utterly incinerating them. You cause a massive amount of damage on these guys. The one guy up there, this guy over here, he looks like he is like knocking on Graves' door, knocking on whatever, Heaven's door. Is that the song?
Knock, knock, knock.
Yeah, that's the song. He's knocking on Heaven's door.
Bang, bang, bang.
And I think that's your turn.
Knock, knock, knocking on Helm's door. Mathilda is gonna rush up to Schmigel And she's gonna be like, "Oh no, you don't yet." I'm gonna lay on hands on him and infuse him with 20 fresh hit points.
Okay.
Yeah. So is that 20 from 0 or just 20 around there?
Yeah. So you get to 20.
Okay.
Yeah, you just you heal from 0, even when you're at, like, negative whatever.
So yeah, Mathilda kind of, I guess she has to dismount to be able to reach Schmigel.
I think you can kind of touch him while you're riding on your mount. I don't see why not.
Like, I would have to lean over fairly low because Schmigel's laying on the ground.
Okay. You can remount the horse, I think. Is it an action to mount?
Yeah. No, it's part of it. But it doesn't matter. I'll stay here. I'm okay fighting side by side with Lord Ironbelly.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, I skipped these barbarians attacking Hengar, remember? They were supposed to attack, but I completely because I was watching the Doctor cast Fireball. Because of that, I'm going to drop Hengar's turn, if that's okay. Because they don't attack Hengar, he doesn't attack either. Castanar?
Okay. Looks like I've got 2 in my face, right?
Oh yeah, those
And
in your...
Oh yeah, they rushed you because you were sniping them from the back, so they ran around to flank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I will take the opportunity attack.
From both of them?
Yeah, it's just a single melee attack, right?
Yes. But it potentially can cause some pain. That's a 15.
That's your temporary hit points gone.
Yeah, and then some.
What's
He does 15 damage to you. One of the opportunity attacks hits you. As you turn around to go away, you see this barbarian swinging wildly.
Okay. I see
It catches you in the thigh
Okay.
as you run backwards.
Yeah, the tokens may suggest that they have tiny little axes, but they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all my temporaries are gone, and okay. Let's see my hunter's mark. Oh, I need to concentration check on that. That's a con save, is it?
It's a con saving throw, DC 10.
DC 15 if he gets hit with 15 damage.
The hit
Isn't it
points,
1/2 damage?
Is it half the hit points taken?
The
Or
con
DC 10?
save is
It's 10 or the damage you took. So
I thought it was half the
Whichever.
damage.
Yeah, 1/2 damage.
isn't it half the listen? So half the damage you took, or 10?
Yeah, whichever is higher. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as well.
I thought it was full, but
Why don't we look that up after this battle?
I'm checking it. Oh, well, it makes a difference as to whether I saved or not.
Oh, I see. Because you have to use the hunter's mark.
Yeah. Taking damage, DC equals 10 or half the damage you take. Page 203.
All right. Please take your turn. Take your action.
I will move my mark down to this one.
Mm-hmm.
And fire. See if I do better than last time.
That's a hit.
Okay, for 11 plus
Plus your hunter's mark.
2 is 13.
Okay.
And the Horde Breaker attack on the adjacent target.
13 is not. 13 is not enough. This guy. He puts his axe up, and actually your arrow hits his axe. I guess.
Nice one.
It's better than missing. Missing is sounds bad. So I he actually deflects your arrow.
Yeah, I sort of growl and see. Let's see if you can do that twice in a row. And I move take my second attack against him.
Twice in a row.
He did.
The next time you draw your bow, my axe will be through your skull. He yells.
And I've already done my move, so that is the end of my turn. Did the first one survive?
The first one did survive.
Okay.
He looks pretty healthy.
You attack the lower one?
My first attack was on the lower one.
Yeah. Both of these guys look pretty healthy compared to the other guys who've been burnt badly.
Great. Okay.
Let me check one thing real quick. Oh, I don't have to hit for my Horde Breaker, so I'm going to take my second attack. I should have actually had 2 more attacks on that last round.
Okay.
But the Horde Breaker does not require me to hit on my first attack to make a second attack.
Okay, why don't you just take those 2 attacks?
Okay, let me take my second attack of this round against that lower one.
That is a hit.
Okay. Okay, do you want me to take my 2 attacks from the last round?
It's kind of a little
Too late.
weird. The last round is too late.
Yeah, that's what I said.
We can't do last
You
round.
said take those 2 attacks. And
Because you have to think about where were you last round, where were they last round, etc. Eldrin.
Okay. I'll move and engage these 2. I'm attacking the lower one.
Okay. That's a hit. Now, how much of that is bludgeoning? How much of that is poisoning?
1d6 is
If you
poison.
just hover over it, it's
I can't. When you hover over it, you get the macro, which is
2.
impossible.
2 is poison.
2 is poison, and the rest is bludgeoning. Okay. Because it makes a difference because of their resistance.
Yeah, I understand. And then I use it as a bonus action. I dodge.
The second attack is against the same person, I believe.
What?
The second attack is against the same enemy with an unarmed strike. Okay.
Yeah, but that misses, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I dodge. So they're at disadvantage.
Which neutralizes the advantage.
Well, if you dodge, then they don't even attack you.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Oh no, I mean, I'm sorry. I thought you meant disengage.
No, dodge.
No, dodge. Dodge is different. Okay, Elk Tribe is up again. First, I'm going to make sure I don't miss it this time. This Elk Tribesman is going to try to hit Hengar. He is going
Hengar's
to.
been taking it easy.
He is. What is this reckless attack here? Here we go. 16 on Hengar. It's going to hit Hengar, and then a normal attack for a second attack is a 9, which is going to be a miss. So Hengar is raging, so he doesn't take that much damage either. And he also has those temporary hit points, which have not, they've already been expended, and he's already taken one hit point of damage before. So out of 9 plus 2 out of 11, he takes a total of 5 damage. Okay. Schmigel, so what happens is that there are 5 around you right now. 3 of them stay on you, 2 of them break off to engage Matilda. So they can spread out the confrontation. The ones that attack you, at this time they are not reckless attacking, so they're just normal attacking. You ready?
Yup.
Is he standing?
Who?
Schmigel.
Yeah. Oh, he's prone. You just reminded me. You could have saved him.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Sorry. Gotta go with the...
I mean, if I wanted to be... Yeah.
I gotta hold up my axe and say, "Oh,
I'm sure Schmigel will be fine.
I also think technically they should get the reckless bonus on all their attacks, and not just the first.
It's specified on your first attack, not both attacks. But in this case, Schmigel, you're gonna 26 is gonna be a hit, and that's also a crit. So we're looking at 8 plus 2 plus 9. Is that enough to take you down?
One thing, second, John. For the reckless attack, it says when you make your first attack, first attack on your turn, you can choose to decide to attack recklessly.
Yeah.
So it's every turn.
So these guys are not attacking recklessly right now, but if Schmigel's prone, they get advantage anyway.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is that in reckless attack, it says doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attacks using strength during this turn. It doesn't say just the first one.
Oh well, I made it the first one.
The point is
Okay.
you can choose to do
Yeah,
so.
that's fine.
And
Yeah, you need to make the
up.
choice on the first attack.
Yes.
But then it goes for all of them.
Alright, I made it on the first one anyway. And that I don't think it's making it that big of a difference. It's just gonna cause more hit points to be lost from you guys.
Yeah.
Um,
We're not only lawyering in front of our...
yeah, you're lawyering both ways. I don't understand why.
I just lawyer in favor of the rules. I
Yes.
don't care whether they're against me or in front of me.
Rules. If sometimes the rules will just serve to. Sometimes if the rules are kind of inhibiting things going forward, you just gotta skip them.
Yeah.
Schmigel, 8 plus 9 is 17, 18, 19.
I've made it, guys.
Schmigel, the second attack
Fuck.
is 21 on your armor class, and that's 8 plus 2.
21 is a miss.
Yeah.
21's a miss? Okay. Alright, so the second guy attacks.
That ring saved you.
Come on. This one. Is the last one gonna hit?
No, those are both misses. Third one attacks. Ready? See if you can get lucky.
No.
No.
Alright, Schmegel's unconscious again.
Oh, Schmigel!
Not again.
Just got you up.
These two guys engaging you, Matilda, they are going to reckless attack, therefore making themselves vulnerable in their next turn. That's a
My
9.
AC is 20.
Yeah, that one's not going to hit, and that one is not going to hit. It's my second attack, and I've been playing this only the first attack, so.
Okay.
This one is not going to hit, and the second attack is the 18, so that one is not going to hit either.
It's very gentle of you to use only the second attack with advantage.
Well, the reason is because I took it from another monster that had that first attack rule, but then I did not see how it applies, and the barbarian actually does not follow the same rule. But if I've done it since the beginning of the battle, then there's no reason for me to change that in the middle of the battle. That would that'd be a little weird.
Okay.
Okay, there's 2 barbarians on you, Eldruin, and since you have you're dodging them, they're going to reckless attack you. So it's going to nullify your dodge, so it's going to be a regular attack. Eldrin, you got a 25 and an 18.
Okay. I will give him a 10.
Give which one? With the 25 a 10, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first attack is a 10 and misses. The second attack is an 18. Does that hit?
That use my shield reaction.
That's definitely a miss then. The second guy is going to attack. You're still shielding, so he's got to score like high 20s or something. He misses. The second crit is not. I'm not going by it.
In my breath.
Oh well,
See how much you are saving us with that second crit.
you could have survived that though.
Could he?
Yeah, he's got his full hit points plus his temp.
Okay.
And full.
Yeah, you could have survived that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
My goal
so
is to stay alive the whole battle.
Schmigel, you are dead again.
Amigo, you're unconscious again. You need a death save.
Can I just get one lucky break?
Schmigel, you have 1 failure on your death save. Doctor?
Okay. Can I do a level 2 Thunder Wave, but angle it so I hit all of them with their heads and it goes over Schmigel?
Let me see. Let me see. Well, the problem is, how are you going to make this cube?
I can move myself right back to back with Hangar, and I don't have to be necessarily in the center of the cube, do I?
You just have to be on one of the edges.
Yeah, you have to be on
So
the face.
15
It's a
this
blast. Think of it as a
And
blast.
15 this way. So I can technically hit all of them in a square.
Yeah, and in three-dimensionally, you can lift it off the ground since Schmigel's prone, so I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
Okay.
So it's a Constitution save.
Cool.
Yes.
That's a good idea.
It's not a deck save for them, so they don't have advantage. And it'll be... Is
Yes.
a Thunderwave D6 or D8?
Well, it depends on
think
your
so.
level,
The
the
damage
level that you attack it.
2d8, I think.
Okay, so it'll be 3D8.
Yeah, it depends on the level
Top of my
you
head.
attack it.
Level 2.
They still got some bonus going on with their with their Constitution. It's not advantage though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not quite advantage, but it's still pretty good.
Okay. 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 They're rolling like shit, so only one guy saves.
And so everybody who gets hit gets thrown 10 feet back, I think.
Yeah, so let's see. He goes flying. Ah! He goes flying. He goes flying. This guy, hold on. This guy was saved. He goes flying, and this guy's saved. So these guys rolled a whole bunch of single digits.
And 17.
Oh, we rolled poorly. 17 is the normal max damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this guy's gone. This guy takes a whole lot of damage. This guy dies. This guy dies. These guys take half damage. And this guy takes half damage. Okay, Doctor, you just cleaned house.
Okay. And
Anything else on your
let's
turn?
hope there's not a second wave. That will
No
be
one's
good.
just like no one's allowed picking on Schmigel but me.
Alright, Matilda.
Yeah, this guy attacked me recklessly, so I'll just attack him back. with
You have
that.
advantage on him. You don't even need the advantage.
No. I just chonk him for 10 points of damage. If that doesn't kill him, I might smite.
He's not dead.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a spell slot and add another. What is it? Another
I believe it's 2d8.
2d8.
You can jack it. You can also jack it up with a higher
Yeah,
stuff.
but I'm only spending a level 1 spell slot
Okay.
for 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay, that's enough. He can't survive that. He has no resistance against radiant damage.
Yeah, and then I'm taking my sword over to. This guy attack recklessly? I don't think so.
He did not need to because Schmigel was on the ground.
Yeah. These guys are smart about their recklessness. So yeah, I swing and I miss.
You swing wildly on this.
swung
Well,
recklessly.
you didn't miss. He just parried. He put out his axe and parried your sword, so you are in this ching ching ching. That's more exciting than missing, because missing just sounds pathetic.
Oh, this guy dodged.
Yeah.
Oh,
He parried.
yeah. Alright, fair enough. He parries.
Hengar is going to he's going to go over there, and he is going to recklessly attack this guy to finish him off. 16 is enough. This guy's dead.
Right. Hangar only gets 1 attack.
I didn't give Hengar a second attack either. Don't want him to be looking too cool, because the players are supposed to look cool, not the NPCs.
He's only level 4, not level 5.
He's not level 5 like you guys.
He attacks with a +7 though, which is pretty impressive.
Oh, he has a magical axe,
Max strength.
He's just max
and
strength.
he is
20
just
strength.
So we need to take Hengar out and take his axe, right?
I already thought about that and discarded the thought.
Shame on you for even having the thought.
I disregarded the thought. I thought back about a discussion between my masters about power and lawfulness, and how lawfulness is more important than power.
Okay, Castanar. You see, I had complete confidence in you guys from the start. I have no worries that you're going to lose this battle.
No worries that we're going to lose the battle?
Yeah, not at all.
We haven't won yet.
Not with Fireball present. Come on.
Exactly.
We just have to make.
Because you guys know how to. You know how to fight together. You guys are a well-oiled machine. It looks like.
Speaking of well-oiled, I timed my next attack so that each of my arrows split one on either side of Eldrin's move.
No, you can't do that. What you gotta do is you gotta knock 2 arrows at once and shoot like sideways.
I've already done that one. I've already done that one.
Okay.
Everyone knows shooting sideways is more effective.
No, what you need to do is you shoot one
All the
arrow.
pro archers do it.
You shoot the second one at a higher velocity, so it reflects off the first one, sending them both in a curving arc around Eldrin.
No, you shoot
I've already done all those tricks. This time I'm
two
just timing.
in
Just
rapid
shout, well
succession.
done.
So as Eldrin's doing like Matrix-style dodges, you shoot one under, one over him, between his flailing arms and his attack.
A 14 is a hit on him.
Okay, so that's 9 plus 1. 10.
Oh,
That's on the bottom one.
okay.
And the Horde Breaker attack on the top one for 7.
Okay.
And if they're still standing, I will take my second attack. Same pattern, bottom top.
Okay. They are still standing.
These guys are full of
24.
arrows at this point.
Oh yeah, they're pin cushions.
16 this time on
16
the bottom one.
on the bottom one.
Good
And a
time to
miss
say
on the top
yeah.
one.
You're wearing them now. The bottom one has so many arrows in him, but he's fighting to his glorious death.
I pulled the second shot because Eldarin has just dodged right into my projected pass, so I fire that one high and wide.
Couldn't have just held your shot for a microsecond.
I had already been in the act of already released it, so I
Eldrin.
just
This barbarian he's got all these arrows in him, and then you smack him for some more damage. Is it the bottom one or the top one?
Bottom one.
The bottom one for a total of 11 damage. He is almost dead, not dead yet.
Yeah, one of those is poison.
Well, I'm sorry, one of them is poison, correct? How much poison damage?
One, it's a double fumble.
Yeah,
on
so
damage.
1 poison and 10 physical.
1 poison and 10 physical. That's he is quite nearly dead.
Fumble. Oh,
And he says to you as you smack him, he says, "You who grant me death at battle, you have my thanks, and honor be to you."
oh,
You see how happy he is that you're killing him.
I like this guy. And I dodge again.
So I guess after all my fire blasts, these barbarians should start worshipping me.
You're granting them a lot of death.
The barbarians, and this barbarian as well. He looks at Schmigel down on the ground, and he just looks away. He's not going to attack someone who's down, and he attacks Matilda, and he says, "Grant me honor as well. Grant me death for the Ice Queen." And he attacks Matilda with a reckless attack. That's a 19. I believe that doesn't hit you.
No.
Okay, and he's going to make his second attack.
Oh, he's frenzying. Okay.
But according to these frenzy rules,
Yeah, because I have chosen not to make both the attacks advantage, and I started doing that. I'm just gonna keep doing
Yeah.
that. He misses, or you parry him. I think it's really pathetic to miss. It's more like you're just parrying.
I often say that they strike the armor, but
Yeah.
not with enough force to go through.
It deflects off your pudlin.
Yeah, but it's much more cool when you're clanging weapons.
Yeah.
So that is the end of his turn. He's wide open for his next attack. These
Or
two.
swashbuckling.
These two barbarians are going to nullify your dodge with their reckless attack and attack you normally.
If they are recklessly attacking, then
The second
if they
attack
get
is at
shot
disadvantage.
with arrows, then they also get attacked with advantage by the arrows, right?
I think they do. You gotta remind me.
I just realized that. after.
The second attack is an 8, so it misses because it's at you're dodging.
That would have turned his last long shot from a crit fail into a crit success.
Yeah. 23, does that hit you?
Eldrin?
Eldrin.
Yeah, a 23 would hit him.
Yes, that will hit.
He does you 12 damage.
Okay.
And the second attack...
Thanks for those
The
tips.
second attack is a miss. I'm taking the disadvantage.
Okay.
I forgot about that, because of... Remind me next time if I forget that the even ranged attacks have advantage when you're reckless attacking.
I forgot as well, otherwise I would have said it.
Good to know.
Schmigel, death save. you have one strike on your death saves.
Yeah, don't roll a 1, Schmigel.
Do not fumble.
But you weathered 5... Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
But you weathered the relentless assault with reckless attack of 5 barbarians, so gotta be proud of yourself
really
for
weathered,
that.
he went down to it.
On the second wave of attacks, I think, or was it the first wave?
First one, then the second also.
Yeah, he went down, he went up.
It
and
went
then
down, got up, went down.
Doctor, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and free up Matilda a little bit. I'm gonna Ray of Frost the barbarian in front of her.
Okay.
That one recklessly attacked. So
He recklessly attacked.
On your Ray of Frost.
So I'll have advantage.
You need an icon for that reckless.
Now,
attack.
the barbarian is in a rage, and the rage does not protect him against the cold, and the barbarian, despite his looks, does not have any innate resistance to cold, and he dies.
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm laying on hands on the brave leader / sacrificial lamb.
I think sacrificial lamb works best.
I'm giving you 2 hit points out of my lay on hands pool. Getting quite empty now.
Schmigel, you're up to 2 hit points.
And then I'm gonna move over here. I can't attack anymore because I already laid on hands, but I'm gonna stand here and maybe take some heat off of our
I appreciate that.
wizard.
So will Hengar. And as Hengar is running down, you hear there are a lot more barbarians mobilizing towards this area from the north.
Okay.
So Hengar does Hengar have the speed?
He's an eagle barbarian, right?
Yes,
So he has lots of speed.
he does. Hengar is recklessly attacking. He would have it no other way.
They already reckless attacked.
Oh, well, he didn't even need to reckless attack, so that's 16 plus 2 is 18. I have to always think in terms of the resistance minus.
Yeah. These guys are the only ones that really haven't been hit much with magic. That's why they're taking so long.
They're both looking terrible. Castanar.
Okay, finish them off with those
Finish.
advantage attacks.
Finish.
Finish that.
Give me some more people to dodge there. I see. Trying to give me a fitting challenge. Starting with the bottom one again. Bottom to top.
23.
That arrow went right through his skull.
First, yeah, 12. Okay. And
I wonder
9
what is the type of damage from Hunter's Mark?
That is a clean sweep.
it's the same damage as the
okay.
weapon. So when I'm doing it against with my sword, it would be slashing.
Okay.
With the bow, it's piercing.
All right. Yeah. You double tap these guys.
You guys have killed these barbarians,
Friends?
despite.
I think it is time to get out of here.
Well, don't you want to rejoice first in your victory?
I want to go around and collect my arrows. My quiver's half empty.
As you go over to collect your arrows, Hengar says, "My village is destroyed," and he wants to run.
Your
and
village is destroyed. There's nothing we can do for your village anymore, Hengar.
I need persuasion on Hengar. He's
Throwing
gonna.
our lives away now will be senseless.
What we need to do is take revenge on these.
No, I must
barbarians.
die an honorable death, like these here barbarians have died.
Did you not hear what he said?
No, I must not. I have just changed my mind.
The leader here said
You must live to revenge another day.
Yes.
The leader of the group said that they have taken the women and children of your tribe as prisoners. Well, with you still alive, you can take them back.
You can have all the women for yourself.
You will have a harem.
But it is the custom of the tribes that the women and the children go to the victorious tribe. And it is our custom that all surviving warriors of the defeated tribe die in battle.
Yeah, but if you go and attack the tribe and you are victorious, you will be the victorious tribe and you may take them back.
How can I be victorious against such overwhelming odds?
We beat these odds that we had in front of us. Perhaps we can do it again later when we have a better.
If they sent their
approach.
forces here, but their base of operations would be empty.
Or a good number of their hunters have been slain at least.
There must. I must go see if there are any that survive of my tribe. There is one place that we would have gone. And he says,
Let's go there then.
we have a hidden camp not far from this place. It is a place where we put our women and children should attacks occur. But these barbarians say that they have already taken our women and children, which means all must be lost.
Perhaps they are lying. We cannot be certain until we see this place.
Very dejectedly, but listening to your reason and agreeing with your reason, Hengar agrees to lead you, and you guys hustle off just as the second wave of barbarians rush in. You guys hustle off into the plains.
I will make an attempt to cover our tracks away from the area. So I
You can roll a survival for
be
that.
behind the rest of the party.
Schmigel pulls out a tooth from the back. Oh, look at that, a wisdom tooth. I've been waiting for that thing to come out lately.
I think I also, at the first opportunity, I will also take the opportunity to help Schmigel out a bit with a cure wounds.
Oh, much appreciated, friend.
And I will burn a second level spell slot.
I'm gonna be warping screens. Okay.
Okay.
We're going back here. All right. So Hengar leads you. This is barely 4 or 5 hours away from the main Elk Tribe camp.
We are already pretty exhausted.
Yeah, you guys are already pretty exhausted from pushing yourself into traveling there. You already have level 1 exhaustion. By the time Hengar leads you to this Elk Charge hidden spot, and you see that there's a big hill, like a mountain, that blocks off any vision from the west. So that and on the east side of that hill, as you walk around, you see a couple of campfires, and you see that there indeed is a camp there. It's very small.
Seems that there were survivors after all.
Yeah, it looks like that this camp cannot possibly hold more than a few dozen men, and this is a tribe that previously numbered in the hundreds. As you approach this camp. I have a map for the camp that really doesn't matter if it's there or not, but it just looks nice, so I'm putting it there.
Is cure wounds plus wisdom modifier?
Here for you is wisdom.
What's your spellcasting modifier?
Yeah, for
Whatever it is.
it's wisdom, I believe, for a ranger.
You have wisdom for me, which is so that would be plus 4 more, so 11 more hit points to Schmiegel total.
Okay, you guys, most of you are wounded. You're exasperated, fatigued, and tired as you walk into the Elk Tribe camp, and you look around and you see that most of the camp is made up of badly injured barbarians. Some of them look like they are probably not even going to survive. They've taken such grievous injuries. The ones that are not injured are walking around trying to patch up and help the injured ones. You see barely 20 men in the camp, most of which are injured. Most of them are injured.
I'd like to spend my remaining spell slots healing the most grievously injured ones.
Okay. They thankfully take your aid, and as you walk in, Hengar yells out, "Where is Jarund? Does he live? How can we still live while the Bear Tribe takes our women and children? How are we not dead in battle? This is dishonorable. I wish to speak to Jarund."
Calm your ass down.
I bet it's only Hengar who has these beliefs, and the rest of the tribe thinks of him as some kind of crazy fanatic.
Well, the rest of the tribe, I mean, they look at him and they look ashamed when he says this, but meaning that there is some truth to what he's saying, but you're not sure how much they take this belief to reality. But you get a sense that there is some truth to what he's saying about dying in battle. Some of them look really ashamed as he says this, but nobody really tries to talk back to him. One of the barbarians says, "Jarun's in the tent over there. He's dying."
Okay. I hope I saved a spell for him.
I have spell ability left as well. I
Yeah.
can help out.
The doctor's a doctor.
Are you?
And you have my axe.
And we have an axe. Schmigel.
It's in case.
Does it look like if they allow me to attend to him, I'll take a look and see if he is.
Well,
if I can save him.
you walk over to the major tent, and Hengar leading the way, and he walks in, and as you go inside, this tent only has 3 people in it. There is a very hairy barbarian. This guy he looks like a bear. He's got hair like growing out of his ears, his face, everywhere. He's probably the hairiest barbarian you've ever seen, and he's on the ground. He looks badly anemic, like he's lost a lot of blood. His right leg is completely mangled and amputated. It looks like it was recently amputated. There's a tourniquet tied around it. There are cuts and wounds and scars all over his body, and he lies there, and you can see that there is a huge battle axe just laying right next to him. And next to him, you see another barbarian. This guy is very old. He looks like he's somewhere in his 70s or 80s. He's got a headpiece on with antlers. He's looking like a sort of a shaman. He's got like 5 different necklaces on. He's got a staff also with antlers, elk type antlers. He's wearing these fuzzy, boots with the fur.
I hope he's impressed by my celestial elk.
I don't know if did you bring your celestial elk in?
Into the
No,
tent.
not inside the tent, but he's standing outside the tent.
Oh, well, as you bring your celestial elk through the village, you see people just whispering, and they're staring at you as you walk by. Do you say anything to them? They dare not approach you. They just look at you, whispering kind of amongst themselves.
Multi-class barbarian paladin.
Yeah. There's only 20 of them, so there's not that many.
Yeah, but everybody stares you down as you walk through, as you ride through the camp, with eyes agape, mouth agape and eyes wide open. They are completely shocked. They have not started worshiping you just yet, but they're just looking at you.
I am an envoy from the elk spirit. No, I don't say that.
You don't need a persuasion check. They'll believe you.
No, I don't. I don't fool these poor barbarians. I'm too nice. I need to make a nastier character.
Someone more like the doctor.
Jarund turns over and he whispers out, and of course the shaman type guy is there taking care of Jarund. Also in the room is a barbarian woman. It's the only woman you've seen in this camp, and she is kneeling down and washing Jaroon's body, like washing his arms.
Does it
and
look like Jaroon can be saved?
He can probably be saved, but he
Okay.
looks like he's just taken such a grievous injury that
Okay.
he's probably out of commission for a while. It doesn't look like he is definitely going to die, especially if you cast healing and stuff
I
on him.
will go ahead and cast a healing on him.
Okay. Can you roll the healing, please?
I'm gonna see if this actually works from the spell book this time. From the character sheet. Where'd it go?
And guys, do you mind if we
Yeah,
stop
there we go.
around
Yeah,
around
I'm
now
good for
today?
stopping tonight.
Because I have Monday nights sometimes I got things coming up on Tuesdays sometimes.
Yep, that's fine.
Hey, I don't worry about it.
Okay.
No problem.
Holy, that's a lot of stuff that came up.
That's
Someone-
minor illusion.
Eldrin cast a minor illusion. Minor chat
He's
intrusion.
trying
Yeah.
to triplicate my healing there. I think I did 7 healing, by the way.
Trying to get creative here.
Well, this sometimes becomes the same problem as when you spam in chat too much. It's hard to see what has come before if you got a lot of these things going on.
Did that one add your wisdom modifier?
Yeah, it should have because it's off the
Yeah.
sheet.
It-
Okay.
It's a 5 plus
Okay.
2.
Yeah.
I hate seeing that word floor. I know it's part of the program in the macro, but it just always see it and I just get annoys
The
me.
floor is attacking you.
You kneel down and you assist the shaman in healing this barbarian, and he's very exhausted, but he speaks, and he looks at Hengar. He says, "Hengar, you are too late. You were supposed to bring an army. Where is the army?" And Hengar says, "The people of 10 towns, they would not listen." And Jaroon says, "Then we are defeated. And I must die in this dishonor." And he picks up his axe like he's trying to get up, and everybody just restrains him. He's like, "I cannot live with such dishonor." And he says, "Hengar, they hold our women, our children, and we live here. We do not die in battle like we should." Hengar says, he says, I believe perhaps that we have hope to rescue them, which is why I have not committed myself to a glorious death." He says, "I believe that these people can help us." And Jaroon just looks at you guys.
Hengar, that's the nicest thing you said about us.
I'm touched.
It is she that has rolled a crit on her persuasion. She can sell me snow right now.
Speaking of,
Now,
I have this
now.
really nice.
Can you persuade me? Is the question.
Jaroon just barely kind of leans over and he's looking at you. He's like, "This is not an army. These are a few adventurers. They face an army.
I'm a wizard. I'm a one-man army.
This is a few adventurers and an insane man."
Trust me, we have beaten the odds before.
It says, "They hold our women and our children in the sacred site of Evermelt. They blaspheme against Tempus."
Aye, they have become followers of this Auril that we have heard so much about since we've
They
arrived.
have sworn themselves to the service of Auril, to the service of the Ice Witch of Hadron. And Jaroon says this, like, looking menacingly at his shaman, like angrily at his shaman, and the shaman withdraws in shame. And then Jaroon turns to you and says, "Unless you can defeat Hadron and Auril's power, they will be an overwhelming force."
Always wanted to take on a god. Adrian is a god, right?
Hadron's.
Auril is.
This is the first time you've heard the name Hadron.
Who is Hadron?
It's a place of Hadron.
Hengar says we should not talk more of this person in the presence of the chief. Perhaps afterwards we shall speak more of this person.
Afterwards?
After we leave the tent. And he looks at you like with open eyes, like don't say Hadron in front of the chief anymore.
And it will just get him worked up to nullify the healing.
Well then. Does the chief have any conventional religious the shaman have any conventional religious symbols that I recognize?
The shaman does all the barbarians. You can see on some of their things that they some of the trinkets and little fetishes and things like that they carry. You see that there is inscribed the symbol of Tempest, the god of war. They do, although they have shamanistic worships like worshipping the elk. All barbarians are supposedly worshippers of Tempest as well.
But there was no symbol of Auril.
None of them are. None of these barbarians have a real symbol. You did not. You didn't carefully look at the Bear Tribe when they attacked you. So you're not sure if you saw any Auril symbol on them. But certainly nobody in this camp has like an Auril pendant or anything like that.
Okay.
The shaman also has he has a lot of trinkets hanging off of him on his necklaces. Anything that you can recognize is either shamanistic, elk, or tempest.
Okay. Let's walk outside with the shaman then.
Hold on a sec.
And hear more about Hadron.
Did you guys want to wrap up for tonight, though? Or?
Yeah, I was gonna wrap up for tonight. I was actually gonna type up the shaman, the Hadron, because it's I wanna. Yeah, it's hard for sometimes when you speak it, it's harder to deliver some things. Why don't I roll a role play for next week? 3.
Right, that's the doctor? Question mark.
Okay.
I don't know for certain.
Yeah, I forgot.
It is Dr. Castanar.
Castanar, you are called to make a forum post in character between now and next week. It's optional. You can do it for inspiration. And of course, we have 4 inspirations that get banked today as well.
Woohoo!
Sounds good to me. Okay.
Inspiration for not taking the nice weapon.
I have to give you inspiration for doing that because the weapon is there. It was indeed a +1 greatsword, and I did indeed put it there to challenge you to see if you can, if you would get tempted.
Was that improvised or was it always going to be there?
The spell was I kind of added a little bit.
I felt like the sword was like improvised because he was tempted by the scroll.
Well, actually, the scroll was there because of the sword, but then I thought of the scroll first. I didn't know who was actually going to go there.
Was there other temptations for the other characters too?
Yeah, depending on who was going to show up there. But I didn't want to go through the whole thing. I mean, I know you guys would not steal on behalf of any of the others.
There's a helmet for Schmigel.
Yeah, the helmet for Schmigel I told you about.
What was for Eldrin and Kestner?
Well, you have to go back and find it.
Yeah, there's no saying we won't go back.
On the way back, we'll just plunder
On our way back.
On the way back, you have to go and plunder it.
What spell scroll was it?
It was Maelstrom. Maelstrom. It was from the Elemental Evil spell list.
Maelstrom.
Yeah, Elemental Evil has a lot of new spells, a lot of different spells that you can use to kind of flavor up your elemental damage. Like you want to be a cold wizard, you can have a lot of these water cold spells.
Mm-hmm.
You can now be an actual pyromancer, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
I was trying to make a pyromancer.
So like I said, if it's officially released by Wizards, I'll try to find some